Hello, 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 what's up? How are we doing today? Hopefully we're doing good. Alright, today we're back again with more Star Rail. Yesterday, we found out what's Sparksy up to. Basically turning everyone into basically copies of Sparkle. That's very fun. And we did some toilet unclogging to find that information, I guess. So that was fun. And now we get to see what our game plan is going to be to deal with this problem, which I don't know what kind of game plan we're going to have, because to be honest, and to be frank, everything's been really whack here. So I don't know what our game plan is, I'm going to be honest. Because like most things, I'll be like, solid game plan, can possibly think of things. I have no idea, considering this planet's very goofy and janky on its own, and then now I have to deal with even more things. I don't even know what this is. Oh, you gonna let me in, game? Let me in. Where's the vampire? No. Are we ready for battle, or will we split like a banana sundae? Good luck. No, don't say that, Nobu. Don't call my guy a vampire, even though he literally was on ice. Mirai, hi, long time no see. It has been a long time. How are you? What's up? Hopefully you are doing well. Thank you for dropping by. I really appreciate it. Oh, very vertical as I see we're doing this. Okay. Go this way. Let go of the wall. Give me the coins. I want the coins. Oh, ghost guy there, I see. Hey, let me climb up the button. Oh, that is a button. I see. This way we go. Alright, we need to go this way. Let me in! There, Jesus. I see a chest. Commit murder, and then, chest. Hello, little dude. Sorry, excuse me, pardon me. Is there anything in here? Really, it's just an empty room? Why would you do this? Fun how she complains about me saying vampire, but says nothing about monkey talk. Hey, okay. The monkey talk is also not appreciated, but like, to be honest, I have more pressing matters to deal with, which is my dude being told that he's a vampire. I mean, at this point, like, the whole monkey and banana talk, it's like not preferred. It's like in the same like area as like talking about Elio, but I think Elio's a little bit more. But they're pretty much in the same category where it's like, yeah, it's a consistent thing that might get brought up and it's like a joke, but like when people bring it up, it's like, I don't appreciate it, but like I get you. But we never insult my favorite characters, man. They're too good. Even though they're kinda goofy. A very important decision is coming up. Who cares about the consequences? This time, choose what feels correct to you. Okay.
廊下での牛鍋はご遠慮ください。どうしても食べたい場合、院長をお誘いください。よろしくお願いします。整形外科のハートマン先生、至急院長室までお越しください。
This is very interesting.
整形外科はございません。
Never had a PA system tell me this, but you know, whatever.
精神科の翔さん先生、至急診療室1番にお越しください。
Oh my god, I thought for a second I was like, is that Xiongli? And then I'm like, never mind, that's not.
もう病院というより劇場ね。
お知らせします。列を離れた患者を発見しました。お心当たりの方は列に戻り診察をお待ちください。
1番のアキビリさんいらっしゃいますか？カルテに症状性格とあるアキビリさん、診察室1番にお越しください。
Oh, that's me.
呼ばれてるよ、アキビリさん。行ってみたら？
What do you mean you call me that? You can't just call me that. Don't call me that, please. I am slightly concerned that you would call me that.
整形外科のハートマン先生。
やっと戻ってきましたね、アキビリさん。あなたのカルテを確認しましたが、今のところ性格の症状も安定していますし、このまま経過観察を続けましょう。
No, Nobu, I am not going to even. I'm not going to even.
奇遇ですね。先週の放逐団の一件からずっと思っていました。この面白い方は一体いつパブに来てくれるんでしょうと。次に来た時はカウンターに来てください。トポロジーオリーブとベルナールフラクタル賞を使ったドリンクをご馳走します。アキビリさんにいいお知らせです。まだ治療の必要はないですよ。ですが、
I like how she's like, do you remember me from like Xinshu? I'm like, god damn it, it's been too long since then. Like, way too long.
先生は花火とあの偽物のことを間違えてない数少ない一人だね。でもね、教えてあげる。花火様は病気なんてしてないし、すこぶる健康体だよ。ここに来る人はみんなそう言いますよ。かなり多くの患者さんを見てきましたが、中でもあなたの症状は飛び抜けてひどいです。一目で大まかな診断が下せるほどに。
Oh, I see.
あなたの病気は事故の喪失によるものですね。1万人のキャラになりきれる人がいたとしましょう。その人は
Is it the fact that she's been like, she's disguised herself as multiple people and like pretends to be other people?
もし1万ものキャラになりきれるなら、最初の姿が何だったかなんてどうでもよくない？話を変えるけど、君はミームウイルスの治療法について知ってる？
Oh my god. This has nothing to do with Star Rail, but I thought about this because I was like, oh, there's a bunch of crazy stuff happening in Planarcadia and everything's like really weird and topsy-turvy. And then, in addition to whatever other bullshit we have to deal with, I just remembered in D&D recently of my continued campaign that I'm playing with the character you guys helped me build. I got another funny toy. My character's got another funny toy, and I'm just like, this is like it's very awkward if I accidentally roll bad or if I misuse it, because there is literally no undoing it, and other people will have to face consequences if I do bad. If you guys forget about this character, it's the funny JoJo character you guys kind of helped me build that also eventually turned into a spider. and then now has a new funny toy. So yeah. Toy? Yes, they have a funny toy now. So it's easier to explain if you've ever like read or watched this series before. It's called Undead Unluck. If you've ever read or watched it, this will be way easier for you because I could just tell you what it is, or you guys probably have a general idea of what I'm talking about just mentioning it, or at least mentioning the series. But basically my new toy is that oh, Undead Unluck. Yes. Yes. I forget what is it called. I'm pretty sure it's what it's called. Hold on a minute. Pretty sure it's called Unbraid. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called, right? What's it called? Oh, it's Unrepair. That's what it's called. I was like, what? Like, literally all their weapons do the thing that, like, literally is the thing that prevents, like, the ability that it prevents you from doing. So for what's up, since you know Undead Unlock, it's Unrepair. I basically got Unrepair as my new toy in D&D. Which is like, it's fine, but if I roll bad, the consequences are bad. Well, for the rest of the people in my party, but like, you know, for uses in D&D, it's pretty cool. Because I can just be like, no to people. For people who have never read or watched Undead Unluck, basically what this thing does is that if I use this weapon to cut you basically can't heal from it, pretty much. Read it? I have to read this? Okay. Oh, it's Yao Guang. Oh, I actually have to read this. Okay. Very fun. Okay. I will pause in my explaining of D&D. Okay. Okay. Species, which we know that. We know all that stuff. Okay. Patient suffers from an unusual chronological disease. The disease has lasted for 30 years and causes skips of space-time induced misplacement. The disease has temporarily been dubbed temporal dislocation. Is that why she keeps like jumping in and out? Like she's not actually like disappearing, but like this is the reason why? That's her random appearances. Okay. That's what I was like. Because I was like, the part where it says it causes skip of space-time induced misplacement. So I was like, oh, is this the reason why she keeps popping up in and out of like random places all the time? It's not because she wants to. Very fun. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm considering it's from what I'm reading. Well, it says it's a disease, so it's most diseases in general you don't really have control of. You're kind of just like at the whims of your disease most of the time, or whatever symptom you have sometimes, depending on how severe it is. So yeah, it's random. Yeah, it's very awkward. I'm surprised that like the time that she has is quite long enough that she can have like decent long amount of conversation before she just disappears. So, you know, I'm just surprised that it gives her that much time sometimes. Okay, let's get to the next part. Present illness. 30 years ago, the patient experienced an accident in an extrapolation array, leading to symptom of temporal displacement. No similar cases have been reported to date. During episodes, the patient unconsciously deviates from their current space-time coordinates, leaping through the space-time continuum and reappearing at incorrect temporal points. According to previous diagnostic records, temporal displacement ranges approximately plus minus 1 to 12 hours, accompanied by spatial displacement within a radius of 15 kilometers. How big is 15 kilometers? Sorry, I'm just trying to think for a minute. Okay. Oh, so that's why her... Okay, that makes sense of her timing. I was just like, it's plus minus 1 to 12 hours, so that's makes sense. The cause of the episodes remain unknown, and the pattern of occurrence is still unclear, though there is a specific increase in frequency. Okay, so it's getting more and more frequent, but it's very random, and the hour can vary between this range. Space-time continuum and reappears in incorrect temporal points. So what, like, if we're saying that she is... Okay, so like, for example, when she was in the room with everyone before, right? When she disappeared again. Is she moving... like... I guess the timeline, right? That would be the present moment. She moving further forward? Further backwards? I think it's just because my brain's just like, I don't understand in the timeline where she jumping, I think. She has to define the future ahead of time to prepare conversations in advance, condensing the important need to know bits before the next poof. Oh, okay. Okay, never mind, then that explains then where she's jumping to. Then never mind. I got it now. 50 kilometers is just under a 10-mile radius. Okay. I was gonna say, I'm much easier with miles than kilometers. My brain doesn't work that way. Okay. History. Infinite lifespan is in a stable state with no risk of becoming struck. I love it when someone says you have an infinite lifespan, which also makes it very, like, I guess, depending on the person. Because in most fictional cases, when you give someone infinite life, depending on the character, I guess they could be very lonely, I guess, because then you outlive a lot of people, and then it's like, oh, do you at that point keep yourself very isolated and then not talk to people so you don't feel like that, or you are like that type of person who doesn't care and you're fine with it, right? So I guess it depends, I guess, how she feels about that. So, but yeah. Anyways, all right, next part, follow-up report. The patient is in good spirits with stable breathing, clear speech, and normal physical condition. There is no trend of disease progression. After wearing the Nexus I can't say it right, the frequency of displacement episodes has decreased. Okay, so she's wearing something that's making it happen less frequent, which, to be honest, it's probably better, because that would be awkward that if it happens more and more often, and I think that would just be a big bugger. The patient's self-awareness remains uninterrupted during temporal leaps, and brain function remains highly active post-displacement, suggesting a possible maintained connection with the space-time structure of the Deca-light reflection barrier. Following displacement episodes, the patient exhibits a temporary decrease in blood pressure and blood sugar. Cardiopulmonary function and bone density remain unaffected by space-time displacement. That's good. So we're not getting squished and squashed while we're just randomly getting chucked around. That's good. Perception, carry sugar pills, and ensure regular intakes of sugar attached in a long-term leave permit. Declaration rejected by the patient. Low blood pressure, blood sugar, not low blood pressure. No, there is low blood pressure. No, it's both. Okay. Treatment schedule a visit to the clinic upon feeling unwell.
冗談でしょこのカルテ高校将軍の
Both, yeah. I look further back up a little bit. I'm like, no, it's both. Very fun. Well, that explains that. Because I thought it was a bit odd that she's keep jumping in and out. Because, like, most people, if you have something important to do, they just walk off or be like, bye, and then just peace out, right? And I'm pretty sure she would have explained why she's disappearing if, like, she actually had to go, right? Because, you know, some characters, you know, may have, you know, the ability to, like, I don't know, teleport or do other things or disappear, right? Most of the time when you talk to them or ask them about it, depending on who they are, they'll tell you, but she kind of doesn't, and it's very abrupt sometimes. So, yeah. I guess abrupt not in her case, but I guess in other people's case when they're trying to reply or talk to her as a response to what she says. But yeah. That's very fun. Hopefully that gets not worse. The virus. Oh god, I gotta read this. Do I have to read this? I probably should read this. It's so long. Okay, I'm going just to read the most updated treatment plan. Enclose the patient in a dark room and separate them from direct visual contact. Use counter-matic images provided by the IPC to train patients with visual functions to precisely remove the matic virus engraved in their visual system. Currently, the Sparksy virus continues to spread with potential for mimetic mutation. If any unusual situations are discovered, report them immediately to the Department of Aberration Defense. Do not attempt to handle it on your own. Well, too bad. We're going to do it anyway. You can skip that one. Okay, great. And now you understand Yao Guang and won't be mad when she poofs. This also explains Tingyuan's guidance bag with pre-written responses to given situations. Yeah. I mean, I didn't think it was... I mean, I didn't get mad at her for disappearing. I just thought it was very odd. Just because, like I said, not because she didn't finish explaining what she needs to say or whatever it is before disappearing or letting people talk. If anything, she, you know, had relatively long conversations with people before she disappeared. I guess it's just like the timing when, like, during those conversations at the end when she does disappear. So I was just like, oh, that's a little odd that she stayed for this long and then she didn't wait till the end to disappear. But, you know, I was like, oh, who knows? Maybe she doesn't need to. But yeah, the short of it is think exactly like some banana virus. The only difference is instead of monkeys, the Sparksy virus changes people into more Sparksies. Very fun. I'd rather be a monkey instead. I don't want to be someone else. One day Mirai will fix her reading impediment. I mean, I read the entirety of Yao Guang's, like, file. I didn't do too bad. I, like, couldn't read one word, and then, like, that's pretty much it. Or I couldn't read that one word very well, I should say. But that's about it. But yeah. So, I was gonna say, the D&D thing, it's so... It's gonna be fun, but I also forgot to use it, literally, like, when I got it. I haven't used it yet, which I think it's fine. No, I did use it, never mind. I did use it once, but the person I used it on just negated it and said no, so I'm just like, great. But it was purely because they were a vampire, so I was like, oh, it literally doesn't matter. But yeah, I think it'll be fun. I think the only time it's not fun is when I roll really bad, and then if the DM just says, you accidentally cut someone else in the party, which then I'll be like, that's very bad. Because Unrepair does very bad, well, does good things when you use it correctly, does very bad things when you use it incorrectly. And in a non-good way. It's not very good. But yeah, so my D&D character gets more fun things now, so it's great. I have a funny ghost that punches things and unzips walls. I'm a spider, and I get a sword that just cuts things. And if I cut things, they don't go back. Or they don't heal, I should say. Incorrectly. Hey, you know what? It still works. You still understand what I said. I'm waiting for the time when I roll like a nat 1 and then I accidentally trip or something and I accidentally use my sword to cut someone and then they just bleed to death or something because Unrepair doesn't let you heal things. It just says, you get cut, you just keep bleeding. And it depends how bad I cut them. This is like so... It's so useful, but it's like so bad when you just do a bad job of rolling your dice. Because then everyone else has to deal with your consequences. It's okay. I was going to do Unluck. If you're still here, what's up? Because Unluck was... I feel like Unluck would have been more funny, but then it's like even worse because the consequences of Unluck is far more like 0 to 100 if I roll bad. Or even if I roll good, it's still 0 to 100 really fast. And like lots of things can happen, which I prefer that not to happen. Then I don't think people will want to play with me anymore at that point. If there was someone who was, I guess if someone on the team couldn't die, I guess it would be a little bit easier because then it would be the same situation as actually in the series for Undead and Unlock. So I guess that would be a bit more helpful, but no one's like that in the D&D party, so that would have been bad. Jesus, people. What is this?
自分を一つのキャラに固定するのは役者のタブーだよ。君は安心してここに横たわっててね。
花火さん、診断書ができましたよ。
Yeah, I don't need to deal with more of this. That would not.
患者の皆さん、廊下での牛鍋はご
花火さんの診断結果をお伝えしますね。花火さんを構成す
Speaking
る
of D&D, apparently there's a way to turn a wizard into a magic machine
そして
gun. potential of delivering 109 damage per round, and that's before crits. Damn. When you said you turn a wizard into a magic machine gun, I just picture like literally like a wizard just randomly like about to cast a spell, but he just pulls out an actual machine gun and then just uses it, and I'm like, I don't know why I just think about that.
彼女はもうあなたの理性の癌の侵食から逃れました。今やあなたがしたくてもする度胸のないことだってできるようになっていますよ。
ふざけないで。この世で花火にできないことがあると思う？
You know,
そうですね。
maybe I should have just done
長い間一つの仮面をかぶり続けること。
That would have been fun for me, and I would just enjoy the shenanigans even more. Because if you've never read or watched Undead Unluck, basically Unluck is you're just unlucky, and the people around you become unlucky if they have physical contact with you. So like if you like touch my hands, for example, pretend like I have it, I touch your hands, you become unlucky. But like from like various degrees. Like you could just slip on a banana peel and hit the ground, and you know that's all. That's not bad. To literally, you're on a plane and the plane crashes and you just die. Or like I don't know, a meteor falls from outer space and crashes right onto you. So like the variation of unlucky things that could happen to you if you make physical contact is like very 0 to 100. And if I did this in D&D, I would have to basically write down like 20 things, because like if you roll like a d20, I'd have to write down 20 different things from varying scales of things, and depending on what I roll, I would just get that thing. But the problem is, because it's very like random and like 0 to 100, anything could happen and I could roll into anything. So like, it's pretty bad. In some cases, and some cases it's not, and it's completely useless. But yeah. I mean, as long as you don't have any physical contact, you're like good and dandy. But any physical contact, you're fucked. Sorry, I should probably read this because this is, or read this. All the masks we wear, as we talk about that. I mean, she wears a lot. And she does that, so fair enough. Anywho, the way I was explained it was attack spells chained with Eldritch Blast and some cantrip that would make for a total of 6 hits that are guaranteed to land, and yeah, see above for the damage output. I see. Very fun. Can you imagine if each turn, like not each turn you do this, but when you pull this out the first time, you just go through all this, and then the DM's just like, what the fuck? And then every single time you pull it out after that, they're just like, yup.
人間による承認と渇望がネットという根を通じて彼女に花を咲かせるための養分を与えました。やがて妖艶な花となった彼女は望む人には彼女を身につけさせて彼女を複製させ二層楽園で咲き乱れるでしょう。なんて美しい景色でしょうか。止めるというのはつまり治療するということですね。それなら花火を打ち上げ花火にしたらいいでしょう。これが今私の考える最適な治療法です。
何を言い出すのかと思ったらそれ？あらゆる苦しみを徹底的に治療する方法は一つしかありません。それは自分自身を消すこと。そうでしょ？
花火さん、これは冗談ではありません。私が不真面目になる場所はパブ以外と決まってるんです。ここでは 私はカッコつきじゃない本物の医者です。私の治療もちゃんと効果があります。一般的には愚者が消えた時、仮面は力を失って命を持たないただの道具になります。あなたたちは
Okay, so we're good. So basically, she's just like, as long as you're gone and you don't exist, it should be fine. And then I'm just like, I didn't sign up to cremate someone here. That is not what I asked for.
ですから、あなたたちのチャンスは一瞬で過ぎ去るでしょう。さあ、ベッドに横になってお友達にお別れをしてください。あのボタンを押せば看護師があなたを押し出しますから。パブには確実にセドニラモのどこかまだ消えていない構成につながる扉があります。看護師があなたをそこまで押していって全部おしまいです。
嫌だって言ったら？
相応の覚悟はあるんでしょうね。花火さん、七死人さん、選択はあなたたちに委ねます。私のことはお気になさらず、早く宇宙船に乗ってさっさとここを離れないと。笑いの神様。
This is your important decision to the story, Mina. Yes, there are consequences, but who cares? It's Sparkle. Do what you feel is correct decision for the safest outcome. Well, the safest outcome is to cremate her. Because if, like, what I've been told is, as long as Sparkle doesn't exist, then things will be fine. Because she's like, oh, if she doesn't exist, the power that's for her mask doesn't exist either. And I'm just like, okay, so the correct answer is to make her disappear. Correct? Like, I don't know. Sounds pretty sound to me.
あんたたち仮面の愚者にとって仮面はなりたい姿の具現化であって、それを通じて力を得られる。けど同時に仮面に縛り付けられていってしまうのね。あんたが火花を避けていた理由もそこにあるんでしょ。彼女があんたから盗んだのはミームウイルスだけじゃなくてあんたの力もだったから。でもなんだか腑に落ちたわ。パブの愚者がジョークを言ってたわね。仮面の愚者から仮面を取れば残るのはただの愚か者。
そうだね。
Thank
愚
you,
者なら少な
Nobu,
くとも一
for
人一枚は仮面を持ってる。
kicking butts.
仮面はただの飾りじゃなくて花火たちの運命の一部。自分の手で作り出した
I don't
も
know
のな
why
の。
this music is trying to make it sound feel sentimental, and my brain's just like,
一番
nope.
気に入った仮面。インスピレーションが湧いた時に自分で描いた髪飾り。ある時天から舞い降りた自分の顔にかぶったも
Well,
の
you're
とか
doing
ね。
good today. I am
愚者
sitting
になれる
here,
人はある運命の瞬間を経験
trying
して
to
る。
decide if I should send
仮
someone
面
to
をかぶる瞬
cremation.
間をね。そうして
Read
仮
your
面の目を
choices
通
carefully.
して
Choose the best
様々な視
outcome.
点を手に入れて宇宙でうごめく無限のジョークと
I will
生
read.
命のおかしな本質を見
I
る
will read them out loud
君
even.
の言う通り仮面は花火たちが望む姿。そして今あの偽物は花火より花火らしくなってきた。だからほらボタンを押して花火をドカーンって打ち上げちゃってよ。そうしたらあの偽物はしばらくの間力を失うから君たちにも倒しやすくな
Wait,
る
if
で
she
しょ。
says the imposter is more hurt than she is, then if you get rid of the imposter, would that not work in that way if the sentence is true? Question mark?
本当に押すの？
No, but then the reverse. I guess the reverse way would also be true. I guess if the imposter is more like the real thing
まさか花火を
than
いじめる
the
ためにわざとそうしてるの？
than the fake one.
ちょっと足毛ちゃん、なんとか
I'm good, missing a few thousand brain cells, but good overall. How are you? What happened? Where'd your brain cells go? What happened? Unless it's reverse psychology to let her live. True! Don't press the button. Press the button. Frantically mashing buttons. There's only one button! Why would you mash the button? Okay, I don't actually know what mashing a button would do. Because, you know. How much reverse psychology is there? Or is there no reverse psychology in this? Right. I feel like I shouldn't have to think too hard about this. I feel like I should just do the thing and then it would be fine. This is to show how you feel about this. This is to show how you feel about this. How do I feel about it? I mean, as much as I don't like Sparkle, I don't think we should kill her. But at the same time, I kind of don't want to deal with this virus thing. But usually this game's like, there's generally sometimes another way to do this without, you know, murdering people sometimes. Will your feelings be correct outcome? Well, I mean, the more logical way of doing this is to press the button, right? Because I'm being told that if you press the button and she disappears, her mask loses its power, and then the problem would be easily solved. And then on the other hand, my brain's just like, this game could just be like, if you don't kill her, you could just find another option to do things. It might be harder, but, you know, maybe it might work. So, it's like, do I not? Wait, I have a question though. If I choose something, does it change the things I see after? Because if it matters, then I want to see the different options. Yes, it does. No, this is like the Aventurine thing where, like, Aventurine, if you pick a specific option, you get to see Robin in bath, and then like and then if you don't press the correct button, you just leave. And I'm like, no! The immediate future. Ugh. That means I have to see things. You know what? I'm doing the right thing, which is I'm cremating. Well, do I cremate her? Yeah, I'm gonna cremate her. It's fine. It's fine. Cremating people is fine. Stop being so dramatic.
Gusha が自分で解決する道を選んだ。つまり回収する方法も分かっているはず。違うかしら？もし方法なんてないというのなら。
Tada, that's all. Emotional damage. Hey, I stick to my thing. I press the button. I'm assuming if you didn't press the button, then she'd be like, "Oh, we're besties. You didn't press the button." I like how her shadow is there, but technically she's laying on a bed. Oh. Not pressing button was like, I knew you were my friend. Okay, so the dialogue's just different. But then the outcome would have been still, we got here still. That's what I'm guessing.
あんたが見えない片隅から無数の眼差しがあんたを見て処方箋を出し続けているのよ。
認めたくはないけど、ここって本当に
Whereas
面白いところ
mashing
だね。
button made her
も
super
っと早く
depressed.
に
Who
いろい
hit
ろ
me
見て
that
回ってなかっ
much?
たのが残念なくらい。
観客のことは
Oh man, I should have mashed the button!
あの人たちはただ面白がって見
I
ているだ
mean,
けで
yeah, like I said, I don't hate her that much. I just dislike her sometimes because of the shenanigans she does. It just makes gives me a headache.
どうやって止めるのか
It's like that person you know or like that friend you have where it's like they give you a headache sometimes when they do dumb shit, but then you're like, it's fine, you're still an okay person.
名前の通りだよ。花火がこれまでの冒険で集めたアイテムなんだけど、かつての強敵が花火に使ってた武器なんだ。冒険していたある時、花火と
Yeah, I mean,
結構愚者に向い
I
て
think
る
it's just
女の子
because
に会ったんだ。
like Sparkle, like is just a character, and I don't think like she's that bad in general, like I said. But I think it's even worse for Sampo's because like I actually had an interest in him as a character, and I think that's why it also hurts me equally as much for Wua with Alto, because I'm just like, man, I was actually interested in these people, and the game made these people look cool until I interacted with them, and then they're like, yeah, we're like haha funny people. Not to say they can't get serious sometimes, it's just that, you know, most of the time they're like haha funny. But yeah, which is kind of weird because like if you think about it, like I was like technically like JJK Gojo's technically like that. He's like goofy like 99% of the time. It doesn't take things very seriously. And then there's like that 1% where someone fucks up and then he's like, I'm dead serious. Which is like, I don't know why it's harder for me to like Sampo and Alto if they're similarly like that. I don't know if it's because of like I don't know, it's because they kind of are more like I don't know. I was gonna say they just do it more often? No, because then it wouldn't be like that. Was that in front? What are you doing here? Wait, let me move my butt over here. Why are you here? Oh, there's things for me to collect. Sorry, give me a sec. Collect. Why are you here? Ah, I see. Small child came. I see. We eating food, I see. Alright, I'm going to leave. I don't want to be here anymore. I got into an unnecessary fight for no reason. This is dumb. Man, this is dumb. I'm not gonna let him do his speech. I will let him do his speech later if I must, but not right now. I can't be bothered with this. Can't be bothered with this. I can't be bothered with this. I accidentally pressed button. So, my bad. I meant to hit something else. I accidentally pressed button. It's fine. It's fine. I can just practice using this. Defeat a raccoon. Get hired. How else do we expand a raccoon business? True. I love just shooting things. There we go. Okay, I meant to hit this thing and I accidentally went the wrong angle. Alright, which way am I supposed to go? I'm supposed to go this way. I had to do the funny speech? Okay, give me a sec. Let me just get to my next spot first. So I can at least progress it before I start spouting words. Okay, let me just get through this. Like picture. Give me a second. Ew. Gross.
そういえば、学校の方はどうなってるのかしら。
Okay, here, let me do my funny spiel reading before we keep going so that I can do that. The school is infected. It's gross! Ah! Ew. Alright, let me read the spiel so that I don't have to read it later and also I don't forget. I thought I wouldn't have to read the spiel. Zillion, why would you make me read the spiel? Okay. I should just let him say it before when he ulted, but then that's kind of like cheating, but it's okay, it's fine. I am the bone of my sword, steel is my body, and fire is my blood. I have created over 1,000 blades, unknown to death, nor known to life. I have withstood pain to create many weapons, yet those hands will never hold anything. So as I pray now, I call forth unlimited blade works. I thought I could read it in one breath, but I didn't read it in one breath, and I also laughed, so it's okay.
タヌキたちはナノとベルトを見つけられてないけど、火花が学校の中庭にある波の絵を取り壊してるところを見かけたみたい。
それは気になるわね。火花の方も着々と準備を進めてると見て良さそうだわ。
I like how you can
どうしてそんなことをしたのかしら。
I cringe.
気になるけど、今は確かめられないわね。愚者たちの保管エリ
You
アに行く
didn't
ことを
let
優
him
先しましょ
say
う。
it, so I made you say it. True, you're right. I didn't let him say it. Let me in. Let me in. Oh god, this thing is behind
ず
me.
いぶん広いね。
まあそれなりにもっと楽しめる場所があってもいいと思うけどね。
Alright, puzzle doing time.
ダンスホールにあんなに人がいるなんて。
I need to go down. Oops. I want my coins. Let me get my coins first. Sorry, guys. I like my coins, so I would like to get them. Ah! No, I want coins. I want more coins. No, these coins could be useful later. Not that I know what I could use them for, but you know, who knows? I would give up coins for no reason. Money. Actually, I should just jump down from here, then this would be easier, so I can just grab the coins now. No! Eh! Oh, I just literally got stuck right there. That's very awkward. No, give me the last coin! Okay, chest. Thank you. Where are we?
やっほー、ジャバーニちゃん、久しぶりだね。そこで何やってるの？
何って。
Oh, it's this dude! Oh my god, man, I haven't seen this dude in a while. What's that? The huge jade that I saw?
あなたでしたか。あなたはいつかきっとパブに足を踏み入れて私たちの一員になると信じていましたよ。
I do too.
仮面の愚者の素質を持つ者
And I haven't
同士
seen
は
this guy in
惹か
a
れ
long
ると
time.
言われていますから。
愚者に知り合いが多いのね。
I do know a lot of tools, don't I? Which is kind of, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
はじめまして、以後お見知りおきよ。
姫子でいいわ。こちらこそよろしく。
ここは本来愚者以外の立ち入りを禁止しています。ですが、花火さんがお連れになったわけですし、私の古い友人でもありますから、保管人である私が特別にご案内しましょう。
ジョバンニちゃん、話が長いよ。サンボちゃんがね、君は人に会うたびにあのセリフを言うから耳にタコができそうなんだって。愚者たちの財宝、記念品、いたずら道具、お求めなら大砲を持つ声、探せ。彼らはこの世のすべてをここに置いていった。
あなたはまた私のセリフを奪って。
Ash, do I want to know what this room is? Not really. I don't need to know what this room is. It's fine. Ask him when the next Aether Games is.
おや、そうでしたか。これはある世界を旅していた時に聞いた言葉なんです。
Man,
この言葉がとてもいい響きだ
do
った
I
ので、
want another
呼び込みに使う
games
こと
to
にしました。
happen? Nah, it was
それから
fine.
ここへの訪
Wasn't
問
that
率は
bad.
26% アップしましたよ。
そのくらいにして本題に入ろう。さっき送ったメッセージを見た？花火が集めた対花火武装を取り出したいんだけど、どこにあるの？
はあ、あなたの保管品リストは備考欄も空欄です
Excuse
し、
me if you guys
め
heard
ち
my
ゃく
voice.
ち
That
ゃ
was
なん
just
で
really
す。
weird. My
今回
friends were
私
just
が見に
make
来な
random
ければ
voices.
どんなものが隠されているのかわからずじまいになるところでしたよ。そしてその対花火武装ですが、
Bless you.
それは何なんですか？
Thank you.
私が教えてほしいくらいです。
I don't know what happened. My voice is just like, here, just do this. And I'm like, can you not, please?
ひとまずあなたの要望通り、金庫の入り口からあなたのコレクションルームに入れるようにしておきましたから。
ねえ、これは偽物のやつ？
知りませんよ。さっきまで確認
Is
してや
that
っと
a
見つかった
garbage
リストにない
on
品
a
です。
canvas? That's so pretty. Anyways, let me collect things.
なんだろうこれ。
大きな制御。
いや、
I too wish I could just get a lot of silver on jade from this. It'd be great.
しっかりして。
あれ？
この石、危険よ。
危険？ならバットでかち割ってやる。
そうだね。それで全部もらっちゃおう。
Wait, do I have to consistently keep doing it?
火花からのプレゼントは気に入ってもら
Lord of the Rings, my precious.
やっぱり七死人を捕まえるなら
What is this? This is like some kind of weird bird pink monster thing?
人のものを
Oh,
盗
thank you.
んでもっと価値のあるものを残していく泥棒なんて初めて見るよ。だってその方が仮面
Oh, that's just a hand. Okay, well, this is very awkward and weird, but sure.
コレクションを盗んじゃう代わりに持ち主の心を慰めるプレゼントを置いていくの。超巨大な勢力1個
Art swan? I guess so. I was gonna say an art peacock. Because like the hand is the head, and then you got the neck, the frame's like the body, and then you got the paintbrushes as like the feathers.
あの役立たずのガラクタたちのこと？コレクションルームの清掃サービスを
I thought about a peacock, but sure, swan works too. And is that too? That could work.
会の前のちょっとした余興ってことで。
it is a bird of some sort. A very weird looking bird, definitely. Turkey, true, it could be a turkey too. Alright.
I am the bone of my
Am I gonna let...
Still is my body.
Okay, I'll let him say it.
Blood.
I'll say here.
I have created over 1,000 blades, unknown to death, unknown to life. Have withstood pain to create many weapons. Yet, those hands will never hold anything. So, as I pray, unlimited blade works.
See, that sounds a lot better than how I said it because I cannot say it straight and not sound like I'm about to like explode and die. These things do not do that, please. Ow. I am also playing this not efficiently, but nobody cares. You. And so what you're saying is we should redeem it until you get used to it or get sick of it. I'll probably get sick of it before I get used to it. If anything, I'll just remember the line and then not have to get you guys to pull it up. I could probably just say it, but I don't think it'll make me feel any better. I guess I'm like at the point of, you know how like when you try something for the first time or like you try wearing new clothes that maybe you don't normally wear and like people tell you to like own what you wear or kind of get into it and don't think about it too much. I'm at that phase where I'm like, I haven't gotten into it, I'm still thinking too much about it. That's why I think it's cringe. Pretty sure if I don't think about it and I just say it, it'll be fine. I should swap my team and play a different team. So I play different teams. Red NASCAR pants only says 2 words. You're right. Exactly, he doesn't say more. Or else I would have to say a lot more things. I like how Nobu, you just call like Ku just NASCAR pants or just NASCAR suit, and then you just call Shinjiro just like bold beanie, and I'm just so sad because like I'm like, why are you doing this to all my favorite characters? You're so mean. They did nothing wrong. Well, technically they didn't do anything wrong. I guess it's just me that likes them, so then I guess in consequence of that, it's my problem.
人の心を汚す余計な情報よ。もし誰かがこの鳩川の波を操って学校を水で洗い流したら、火花がまいたミームウイルスが一掃されてしまうかもしれない。絵を取り壊さないといけない理由はそこにあったのよ。
What's worse is that the names are fitting and you know exactly who I'm talking about by description alone. Yeah. It's like so good and so bad. And I'm like, I hate it. Also, like, because, like, there's no confusion because all the guys I like have very distinct features about them. And, like, they don't all look the same either. And they don't have very, like, similar things. Unless, like, you happen to pick a characteristic that a couple of them have. But, like, at least for these two specifically, they don't have anything in common. So it's, like, very, very specific to them.
その通りよ。幸い私はグラフィエ学院の卒業生だし、絵についても多少の心得があるわ。今最も効果のある方法は学院に行って商店
No, we have to walk into enemy territory. That's what you're
あ
telling
れで
me.
火花の行動を制圧するの。
いいか、あの偽物には100倍にして借りを返してもらうんだから。
慌ただしい再会になってしまいましたね。皆さんの旅路が順調であることを祈っていますよ。
I'm still debating on whether to release my funny memes for the rest of your favorite men. I mean, you could. It just, like, makes me sad. It'll just make me sad. And I'll just have to deal with it. So, yeah.
戦いの前に願掛けをするくらい時間の無駄にはなりません。我々仮面の愚者にとってあのミラーボールは二層楽園にとっての幻月と同じように大切なものです。ミラーボールの奥では誰もが優越の神に啓示をいただけるのですよ。
So I have to go look at shiny ball. Alright. Why do I have to do this to the door every single time?
入ってきたところと違う。
近道を用意してもらったんだ。
I kind of don't want to come up with my own thing for Boot Hill. I mean, Rabba's is more fitting. He's silverish. That is true. Rappa does give good names to the characters and to people. So do you see it? The spark seed
どうしたの？
infection is progressing. Yeah. Everyone is turning into her. I don't want this.
それは急がないといけない
This
わ
is
ね。
bad. Is that what you're gonna call Boot Hill from now on? What Rappa calls him? Is that what we're using? I should swap the team. Swap the team, so I used a different team. I used ratio team already. I guess I didn't use this team, so I guess because I did use my Boot Hill team already. I guess I gotta use this because the internet deems me to have to use it.
さっきジョバンニはミラーボールの奥で優越の神の啓示が受けられるって言ってたけれど、ミラーボールはもしかしてパブにある部屋の一つなのかしら。
One off the team.
勘が働くね。あれはただピカピ
No, I'm not doing that. It's not. It's fine. I just realized that you could make the entirety of the Galaxy Rangers in a team. If you put, it's probably bad, but like you can have Asheville, Boot Hill, Rappa, and Acheron in a team. Except I'm missing like 2 people, even if I like took Acheron for like my free 5-star. So like, duh. It still wouldn't work. Also, like, her playstyle's not my thing, so I wouldn't pull her anyways. Not that I don't think she's a fun character. She's a fun gal. Have fun, I'm asleep now. Alright, have a good sleep, Cillian.
私たちの中にもう一人仮面の愚者がいたみたいでよかったわ。
嘘でしょ。こんなのってあり？
Bro, I don't want to be. Don't look at me like that. I also don't want to be, so.
君に扉を開いた。つまり君を認めたってことだよ。
Confirmed by aha. I don't want to. It's totally not creepy at all.
これがあんたの言う奇跡。
そうだよ。仮面の愚者にはある伝説が伝わってるの。優越の主が存在の木の高い枝に登った時、真空は冷たく忌まわしいものであり、星は機械的に働き、すべてのものは虚無だった。さらに見ていくと、まるで悪者にされたかのように地面で泣いている赤子がいて、思わず笑ってしまった。その笑い声が冷たい宇宙を切り裂き、今もなお世界に響き渡っている。宇宙を切り裂く笑い声は一種の比喩だっていう人も多い。でも彼らには悪いけど、
Jeez.
本当のことだよ。
No, thank you. Like I said
多分の人
before.
たちはそれを原初の笑い声の反響って呼ぶの。その反響が空間を引き裂いたんだよ。噂だとパブのどこかの視点にもあるらしいけど、誰も具体的な数は知らないし、どうしてあるのかも知らない。それに向かって叫んでも返事はないし、ゴミを投げつけてもそのまま全部飲み込んじゃうの。このまま空間を裂き続けて、いつかパブを丸ごと飲み込んじゃうかもしれないけど、それは誰にもわからない。とにかくこれはここにあるし、永遠に花火たちに向けて笑い
Is this
続
how we
け
get
る
our
んだ
new
よ。
path? I swear. Please don't.
ひとまず手を入れてみて。
I shouldn't stick my hand in there.
愚者なら
Nope.
裂け目
No,
に手
no,
を
no,
入れれば
no.
何かに触れ
laughing from falling baby. No, I'm not going to do that. That is not a funny matter. That's serious. Laughter so hard, there's risk. Well, if you want me to laugh like that, don't make me laugh at a falling baby, because that's not gonna make me laugh. Also, I don't think I've laughed that hard before. Ever, or if I ever did, it's probably a long time ago. Have you ever laughed so hard that your side starts hurting? Of course you don't taste good. Raccoon MiraiShishiou in trash can. True. Yeah, I haven't laughed that hard that my sides hurt. Like, it's probably been a long time since that happened. Also, why banana you?
火花ウイルスに感染した観客は当然火花に抗えない。私たちが学校に乗り込んでも少ししたら同じ道をたどるでしょう。でもその前に別のミームウイルスに感染していれば話は別ということになるわね。このバナナで抵抗するための時間を稼げということなんだわ。実に優越らしいユニークなユーモアセンスね。
See, even Himeko agrees with me. Oh.
君たち誰かな？ここに一度に入れる愚者は一人って決まりなんだけど、知らないの？
Why are you in here, good sir?
僕たちかい？通りすがりの名探偵とその助手だ。僕は随分長く眠っていたのかな。それとも単にこの世界は猿になることを厭わないほどに堕落してしまったのか。
Jesus, man. Calm down.
無知な犯罪者は自分たちが運命を変えられる宝を手にしたと思い込んでいた。しかし、それが全世界の理性を破壊できてしまうほどの代物だとは。
Inject you with the virus, then you gain resistance to other viruses. This is how we deal with flu season. Yeah, let's go. We're using logic in a really wacky place.
まあそれで楽しいなら構わないさ。そこの3人、よく聞け。今すぐそのバナナを床に置いてここを離れろ。
Is he trying to be serious? I think he's trying to be serious. Which am I gonna listen to him? Yeah.
よからぬことを考えてるなら、
彼女たちに手を出すなら、まずはこれを食らってもらいましょう。
今のは本当に七死人なのか？長く生きてきたつもりだけれども。進んでミームウイルスと関わろうとする七死人なんて見たことないぞ。あれ
は正真正銘、通りすがりの七死人ですよ。
七死人たちを追わないとな。お宅には厳しいだろうから、先に帰って知らせを待っててくれ。お宅の身に起きた悲劇をこの世で二度と繰り返させはしない。
Wait, did whoever the narrator is, did they get infected with the virus?
こっちですよ、早く。さっきのやつに捕まりたくはないでしょ。まったくお姉さんたちはこの世界に来てから一体どれだけ厄介な輩から恨みを買ったんですか？
花火は絶対あんなのにちょっかいかけてないよ。
ありがとう。私からもお礼を言わせて。
Oh, wait, does it mean at some point maybe we get to find out who the narrator actually is? Because it seems like, at least based on Ashfiel's like what he said to the narrator, it sounds like maybe he got hit with a virus and that's why he's a monkey, and he's like, you know, we're not letting, he's not letting us use the virus because of that. Maybe that'd be interesting. Then I would want to know who the narrator actually is. Narrator is a survivor. They weren't always a monkey. He was just lucky enough to keep his sanity, although we can't decide if that's actually luck or unlucky since he's trapped as a monkey. That is true. I want to know who the narrator actually was, man. I want to see who he was before. But also that kind of sucks. That you're just a monkey, but you are still yourself. Meanwhile... Oh, there's Sunday. Also, Sunday, don't use bird. Don't do this again. Okay, people need to stop doing this.
君の心がそう言っているようだけど、ここで待ち合わせをしたのはその疑惑について私自身の口から説明させるため。
高校将軍、
いつでも相手の考えを聞くことができるなんて、この調律の力は本当に便利なものね。
獣人将軍の隠密技術に比べれば大したことではありませんよ。先週人は礼儀を重んじると聞いていましたが、私が到着しても将軍はその姿を見せていません。これは
Mirai, would you rather A, be in a monkey body but keep your sanity and sense of self fully aware you are monkey, or turn full monkey, where you lose your personality and only have to deal with monkey problems instead of people?
失礼は承知の上だけど、気にしないでくれると助かるかな。まあ。I
feel like for me, I'm like one of those people who can't accept the fact that I'm not I'm still me, but just in a different body. But I feel like I'm one of those person who can't accept the fact that they're in a different body, but still themselves, because then I don't feel like I'm still me. Because you know, me being in my own body and still having like my personality and everything is still... It's like the whole, and if I'm not in my body, then I guess I'm not whole, and that's kind of weird. So so then I'd rather just be monkey and not have my personality and just deal with monkey problems, because then I don't think I could accept the fact that I'm in a monkey body, but then just still be myself. It'd just be really weird, and I think it would be really hard for me to deal with it.
私が君と姫子さんの個人的な会話に割り込んでしまったのもそういうわけだったのね。
私の調律の力は現在制御不能に陥っています。この仮面が私の能力をねじ曲げてしまっているのです。
私はそうは思わないかな。 制御不能になるのはあくまでも一時的なもの。むしろその仮面は君の力を強化しているはずよ。
まさか調律は調和によってもたらされた能力ですよ。優越がそうやすやすと介入できるとは思えませんが。
例えば優越が単にあなたのその能力に燃料を注いだだけだとしたらどう？思うにこの仮面は聖越者と二層楽園の人々とを結びつけ、そこから生じた同じ運命の力を吸い上げて君たちへ供給しているんじゃないかしら。だから君には他人の考えがなだれ込んできている。君の調律の能力はどんどん拡大し続けて、今や二層楽園という旋律の中心になりつつあるのよ。
将軍、どうやら私は貴重な贈り物をいただいてしま
I
った
don't
よう
want
ですね。
Sunday to go back to how he was
これほどの
before.
贈り物
He
を
started
なぜ
using bird and that already makes
本
me
当
feel
のとこ
not
ろを
good
聞か
about
せ願い
this.
たい。
なぜって以前にも話したと思うけれど。
私についての理由はお聞きしました。ですが私がお聞きしたいのはあなたではない理由の方ですよ。未来を見通す玉殿の将軍がなぜこの仮面を自らかぶり、その能力を用いて勝負に出ることを選ばなかったのですか？
言葉ではいくらでも取り繕えるけど、真実を明かすことができるのは調律だけよ。サンデーさん、よければ強化された君の調律でこの答えの重みを感じてみない？
It's fine. What could possibly go wrong from relation with order?
失礼します。
No, I don't want to.
あら、私の肩に止まったこの鳥が調律の力を具現化したものなのね。
そうです。それでは今私の目にも見えている人々の頭上に浮かぶものが将軍のおっしゃっていた吉凶札ですね。
そうよ。低級天将となるには3つの儀式、すなわち天候法典、低級水防、そして樹脂慰霊が必要になる。それらを経てようやく不
I
節を
told
引き
you,
継ぎ、
these two
名
things
実
should
とも
never
に
be
天
close
将とな
together
るこ
to
と
each
ができ
other.
る
On
の。
like the opposite ends of the spectrum.
私が
And
玉
now
殿の
Sunday's
将軍
gone
の座を
back
ついた時に
to
賜った低
using
級の慰
bards.
霊は
And I'm like,
自
no!
臨天地名を
Next thing he's gonna do, he's gonna strike
低
his
級
old
七層のう
pose
ち
again. And
遵
I'm gonna
守
be
の段
like,
階を示し、
the universe has gone
予
wrong.
見と決
What
断、
timeline am,
時勢
what
の象徴で
timeline
も
am
あ
I
る。
in?
そのおかげで私は運気を読み解く漢字財眼を手に入れたのよ。二層楽園の地に降り立ったその日から私の目に映るここの人々は皆例外なく頭上に真っ赤な京札を浮かべていた。ただ一人の例外もなく全員がね。
Could be
きっ
worse.
ともう
You're
数
right.
日と経
Could
た
be
ずに
worse.
壊滅的な最悪がこの地を襲う。
Literally and furious.
それでは遠くに立ち上るあの赤い光は？
人々の京札が集まって放たれている光よ。
ではやはり将軍こそこの仮面をかぶるべきでしょう。先を見通す能力が強まれば占いがもたらした主張を恐れる必要もなくなるのではありませんか？
ねえサンデーさん、牧者たちの間には鉄則があるの。同じことは二度占わないという鉄則がね。
ピノコニーの占い師たちも占いの依頼者に対し結果に満足できなくても再度占おうとしないよう事前に伝えていましたね。一度だけという制約には
Imagine
どのような意味が？
wasn't sparkle in the beginning.
未来を占う
Holy
という
shit.
行
Ligus.
為、
God.
その本質は観測と計算であり、
The
未来への
universe
干
hates
渉
me,
な
I
の。
swear.
繰り返せばそれだけ 混沌とした未来をある一つの結末へ収束させることになる。それがどんなに望まぬ結末であったとしてもね。二層楽園へ赴いた時、本当なら私は自ら幻月遊戯に参加するつもりだったのよ。だけど仮面を手に入れた瞬間、それを私が身につけることで何が起こるかを理解した。一度でもこの器物を身につけてしまえば、漢字財眼は私の目の届く範囲を超えてこの世界を見渡し、自輪天地明王は1秒に100億回もの速さで人々の未来を占ってしまう。
つまりあなたの目に一別されるだけで私たちの未来が定まってしまうと。
そういうことね。変地天君が天の摂理を演算するように運命の時が定まってしまう。仮面をつけてしまえば、私はこの楽園を天から支配するヌースに変わる。この目が誰も彼もを暗黒の運命に引きずり込み、逃れ得ぬ死に縛り、救済の希望を断つことになってしまう。幸いにして私は試練を乗り越えた。今ならチャンスはまだあるはずよ。
Well, that's very fun.
ますます興味が湧いてきました。失礼を承知でお聞かせください。二層楽園の人々の運命はもともと将軍とは何の関係もないはず。列車やカンパニーとも偶然行き合っただけでしょう。先週の死者たるあなたの目に低級天将が命を散らす兆しが見えているというなら、今すぐ船に乗ってこの地を去るのが普通ではありませんか。あなたはなぜこの地にとどまり、この世界を危機から救おうとしているのですか。
それはもちろん私が慈悲深き博愛主義者で、ただの一つも命を無駄にしたくないと考
I feel
え
like
てい
you
る
have
か
a
らよ。
different reason for this.
なんて、そんな建前じゃかつてピノコニーの支配者だった君をごまかすことは難しそうね。じゃあこういうのはどうかしら。請求列車はこれまでも壊滅に抗い数々の成果を上げてきた。そしてもちろんこの先の未来においても重責を担っている。そんな請求列車の面々が災難に巻き込まれるのを
It's okay,
黙っ
even
て
if you
見過ご
didn't
すわ
help,
け
we'd
にはいかなかった。
probably still do the jobs we do normally, which is still help people and kick butt.
私ってこういう綺麗事を口にするのに向いてないのよ。
And
サンデーさん、
I may get emotional
どうして
damage.
私の行動が全てこの二層楽園を救うためのものだと考えたの？
と言いますと。
福は災いの伏すところ、災いは福の寄るところ。ある人にとっての幸運が別の人にとっては悪運となるなんて往々にしてあることでしょ。逆もまたしかり、誰かにとっての危機的状況が別の誰かにとっては絶好のチャンスになりうる。この世界では生死や吉凶は複雑に絡み合い変化し続ける。つまりここは私にとって絶好の勝負の場となるの。
その勝負のお相手は誰です？
神よ。サンデーさんは30年前の宝庫決戦について聞いたことがあるかしら。
そういった争いがあったということくらいは。その詳細までは存じていませんが、将軍は今の二層楽園が当時の宝庫と同様に危機的状況にあるとお考えなのですか？
I hope she explains what this is because I don't think we've ever got this
その通り
explained.
よ。30年前、北条の忌み者たちの軍団が戦線を突破し宝庫の地に侵入したの。彼らは活性化した妖精を駆使し宝庫を鎮めようと画策していた。この脅威に対抗する術を持たなかった同盟は 天体観測器具関雲鏡で帝宮に応援を求め、帝宮の荒野に妖精を射落としてもらうという危うい手段に頼らざるを得なかった。これは私の妹弟子の発案。でも関雲鏡の操作を担うということは死への片道切符を手にしたのと同義。
まさか将軍の妹弟子さんが？
いいえ、その役を買って出たのは私に占いの手ほどきをした師だった。当時玉殿大木の任にあった経典様、関雲鏡の操作を許された唯一の重臣よ。彼は命を受け宝庫へと向かった。経典様と共に七へ赴くことになったのは、当時関雲鏡の護衛を担当していた前陽星将軍の月魚と彼女の率いる請求軍の兵士たち。計画の実行可能性を考慮し、不足があればそれを補う役目を与えられた私は、実法公営北海を起動し、計画を何度も測り占った。そこで私が見たのは、あまたの可能性を秘めた星の光が北海の中で少しずつ消えていく様。その光たちはかすかに瞬きながら、
We love reviving dead
最後に
things
はある神の
that
神
shouldn't get revived.
思考にふけるその姿の巨大な影の中へ飲まれ、天縁の暗黒へ消えていった。その光景を見て分かったの。私は死と何千何万もの兵たちの命を逃れられない死の運命に突き落としてしまった。光の矢が届くと同時に彼らは敵と妖精もろとも跡形もなく消滅することになるのだと。
確実に敵を仕留める。そのために多くの仲間たちの命を犠牲にしたのですか？
ピノコニー人から見るとひどく残忍な話に聞こえるのでしょうね。
平和な時代に生を受けた私は語るべき言葉を持ちません。ピノコニーの創設者たちならば、あるいはそのやるせなさも理解できたかもしれませんが、
残忍なことだったかどうかは別にして、それが私の責務だった。だから私は彼らという犠牲を見届け、記憶に留めなくてはならなかったの。光の矢が落ちる様を目にした時、私は確信した。先週同盟は今この瞬間、アイオンの行動を誘導することに成功したのだと。それを知ったことで、私はこの先の人生で何をなすべきかの答えを得た。氷のように冷酷で無慈悲な銀河で、絶体絶命の状況から一縷の希望をつかみ取ってみせようって。アイオンの介入はそのための唯一の希望なのよ。私たちは天体の動くまま、なすすべなく見守ることしかできない羽虫じゃない。祖が描く奇跡の一端を担う小さくも確かな運命の一部なの。アイオンほどに偉大な存在でさえ、私たちの意志によって動かすことができるのよ。
それがあなたが二層楽園でやりたいことなのですか？
ええ。死の命数にある一人の天将に降臨する一柱のアイオン。この状況はまさに30年前と同じ。そして私はかつてこの手で葬った星の光を今度こそ掴み取りたいと思っているのよ。
I kind of am trying to pretend I didn't hear this so that I don't have to deal with the problems and issues later, but I will inevitably have to
勝負の
regardless.
席に引きずり出そうと思っているの。そう招いて今度は銀河の未来に大吉を出してもらうのよ。サンデーさん、一度は秩序の神の座についた君ならこの競争も理解できるんじゃないかな。
私たちの共通点は何も競争だけにとどまらないでしょう。ただ私が蘇らせたのはすでに深淵で死の眠りについていた神です。将軍は気まぐれなアイオーンがあなたの競争に付き合ってくれるとどうして確信できるのですか？
優越の神話にはこんな話があるの。優越の主が存在の木の高い枝に登った時、真空は冷たく忌まわしく、星は機械的に働き、全ては虚無だった。そんな中でたった一つ、地面で泣いている赤子だけが
I'm gonna hear this so much, I swear.
さてサンデーさん、アッハはなぜ笑ったと思う？
あまりに広大な宇宙というステージにようやく最初の観客が現れたからでしょうか。
素敵な答えね。君には見た目によらず随分ユーモアがあったみたい。占いでは50の道のうち天が49を定め、人は残り一つを行くというでしょ。私たち人間は真っ暗な宇宙に生み出された最も大きな変数なの。宇宙と神々から投げかけられた謎、それに私たちは意外な答え、終焉とは違う答えを返すのよ。
No, stop talking about the finality. Stop.
ああ、もう時間ね。
もしや将軍はまた黙って去るおつもりで？
いいえ、今回は私たち2人で同じ場所を見て、この目で運命から一筋の可能性を切り開くのよ。
同じ場所というのは姫子さんたちが向かった学校ですか？
ええ、あの場所には今日天をつくような赤い光が燃え立っている。まさしく脅威といった風情ね。楽園最初の異変はきっとあの場所で起こ
る。もっと早く知ることができていれば、出発前に将軍から知恵の金体を授けていただけたでしょうに。
後悔しても仕方ない。どうせあれがあったところで冗談みたいな言葉でからかわれるだけよ。今回は勘弁してあげましょう。
Right. You going in? This is why Alguan doesn't use Elation Mask herself. If it boosts her abilities and her ability is seen into future, she would transition from Elation to Finality, making the futures she sees in unavoidable fact. A locked conclusion nobody can change. In that state, if she were to see mass deaths in the future, nobody will be able to steer us away from that future. Very far. I love when your ability is to see into the future and then you just get boosted so much you're like, I become this other thing. And there are bad consequences to this. And I'm like, very fun.
ほら、グラフィエ学院って言ったら15年前も。
先輩、その冗談はさすがに笑えないってば。
It's like, here, did you want to become the finality? No? Well, too bad. Here you go.
その他の生育者についてもお伝えします。
超常現象管理局からの情報によりますと、現月の否定の定期点検の際、診断で新たに2つの仮面の形が確認されたとのことです。
ということは、さらに2人の生物者がすでに現れてるんですね。
いずれの生物者も現時点では表立った遊戯への参加表明はしていないようですが、診断の様子から何者かが優越の仮面をかぶったことは確実です。
診断にある2つの仮面ですが、超常現象管理局によると、うち1つはラクーンのような形、もう1つは
Order
何らかの
and
鳥を模
elation
した
sounds a lot
形を
more
していたとのこ
appealing
と。
after that lesson. No finality, please. That is true. No finality. We do not need that. That would make things 100% not okay. Like, Order and elation, like, not the best, but more manageable.
果たしてこのイベントは聖地者同士の連携による奇跡のショーとなるのか、はたまた名の知れた2名の聖地者による歴
I
史
don't
的
want the conclusion be told to me, and it could be bad. I already have to deal with Elio, okay? That is already enough. I don't need this too.
その顔、火花様の真似？本物よりだいぶ劣化してるけど。
ちょっとやめてよね。オリジナルは花火のこの顔の方だってば。
火花様のお顔こそ最高傑作。誰もが火花様の美しい声を聞き、愛らしいお顔を拝むべきなのさ。
火花様になりたい。
何もかも火花様に捧げます。火花、火花、火花。
目がやられそう。とんでもないものを見せられちゃった。
この場所のミームウイルスの感染力は思ってた以上の脅威ね。
The random monkey in the
歩く
music
火花
notes.
だけまで生えてるし、これじゃあ数歩も歩かないうちに私たちも火花化しちゃうかも。
A little bit, I can hear it a bit.
花火か。
Sorry, I got distracted with the little mushroom rabbits in the background. They're kind of cute.
本当にそれを使うつもり？症状が本格化する前にあの偽物をどうにかしないと、花火たち本当にジャングルの猿になっちゃうんだよ。
自分の偽物の偽物になりそうなのと、お気楽なお猿さんになるのと、どっちがいいかしら？
猿よりは偽物の方がいいかななんて。
無駄口はそれくらいにして、はい、バナナっと。
ちょっとバナナで叩くなら先にそう言ってよね。
いざバナ。
パブで話し合って決めたこと覚えてる？
火花が隠した現像風景画を話じゃない探し出して。
Man, the only thing I liked about the time when we had to do Rappa's story is listening to Good Hill swear and just say the word banana.
でもあの偽物に知られたらどうするつもり？
私たちが絵を見つけられるまで存分に火花を引き止めてちょうだい。
はあ、やるっきゃないってことだよね。
Hey, let's go. Here it is. I don't want to be here.
そこまで可愛い仮面ちゃん。い つまでも偽物なんて呼んでたら傷ついちゃうよね。ごめんね。ほらほら、ママの元へ帰っておいで。今ならまだ間に合うかもよ。請求列車の面々が動き出したら手加減なんてしてくれるはずないんだから。気持ちはわかるけどさ、今降参なんてしちゃったらせっかくの舞台は用済み、盛大なパフォーマンスも台無しだもんね。君たちってばやっぱりなんにも分かってないんだね。自分を一つのキャラに固定するのは役者のタブーでしょ。みんな、今目の前に立ってるこの人はね、ずーっとみんなに寄り添ってきた忠実な友人で、悪巧みなんてしたことも考えたこともない仮面の愚者で、何より彼女こそが火花が脱ぎ捨てた古い仮面ってわけ。火花が何回も教えてあげたでしょ。こいつはただの旧型なんだって。
なるほど。それでパブのミラーボールが花火に反応しなかったのね。
うっそ、それってすっごいことじゃん。いい顔だね。火花大会のオープニングはやっぱこうじゃなくっちゃ。
I can't be bothered and too arse to deal with this man.
何捨てると同時に弱くて引っ込み思案で人間味にあふれた、そんな自分も脱ぎ捨てたんだから。生まれ変わった火花には何のしがらみもなくなった。そうしてファンのみんなの眼力を集めて今現月遊戯のステージに立ってるんだよ。だから楽園のみんなが眼力を捧げてくれたお礼に、僭越者は優越の何たるかを、彼らが求めた優越の形を示してあげなきゃいけないの。
I really can't be arsed to deal with this anymore.
火花は何にも強制してないよ。ただイエスかノーか選んでもらっただけ。いつも利用規約の最後に選ぶのと同じだよね。有名になりたい？多彩になりたい？今すぐ大金を稼ぎたい？
Like I said, I don't like Sparkle's voice, but I can't tell if it's like, this is just Sparkle's voice, but pitched up. My brain is like, oh, I can't listen to this for too long. My head actually is like, this is too high for me.
まさしく誰もが求めてやまない3分で実現できるお手軽な優越のあり方だと思わない？君たちの負けだよ、七死人さん。みんなが心の底から願ったらそれを邪魔できるほどの力なんてあるはずないんだから。
I'm actually getting a headache from Smarksy talking. This is so dumb.
もちろん
Like
私
actually
たちに
dumb.
そんな力なんてありはしない。だから私たちはこのライブ配信で視聴者のみんなに別の可能性を示したいと思ってるの。
どういうこと？
配信を見ている全ての視聴者に向けて請求列車なりの優越をお見せするわ。
まさか他の仮面
の火花大会が始まる前に請求列車の英雄はウイルスをまき散らす悪党を打ち倒す。視聴者たちはそのライブ配信を通してその瞬間を目撃する。彼らの心には開拓への憧れが込み上げてくるはず。思い出した？あんたは視聴者にとって唯一の選択肢ってわけじゃないのよ、火花。
火花が英雄譚を嫌いな理由知ってる？君たちはいつだって正義の名をいいことに楽しい計画を力ずくで台無しにするのが大得意なんだもん。優越は正義とは違うんだよ。勝った気になるのはまだほらほら、しげちゃんたち、作戦を忘れたわけじゃないでしょ。こいつは花火に任せて。このままじゃ時間が足りないでしょ。なるべく長く時間を稼いでみせるから。花火ずっと考えてたんだよね。どっちが本物でどっちが仮面か。やっぱり勝った方が決めるべきだと思わない？それじゃあここで白黒つけよっか。君をこの火花大会第1号の花火として打ち上げてあげる。
すげえ、火花様そっくりの女が乱入してきて殴り合いが始まったぞ。もしかして火花様をパクったライバル配信者とか？どうやらトップ V ライバー同士の争いは最もシンプルな方法で決着をつけることになりそうだな。
ねえ、2人ともこっちだってば。
この声、みつきちゃん？
こっちだよ。うちと幼児ちゃんは美術室にいるから。
花火が火花を引きつけてくれてるうちにみつきちゃんたちと合流しましょうか。
And while they beat each other up, we can explore. True. That is fair. Oh, I gotta move my button here. Sorry, just give me a sec here.
あの足場を動かせば上へ行けるはずよ。
Oh, I can just move things here. Sorry, must get the coins. Oh, there's a chest though. Okay, there we go. There we go. Leaving early for nap tonight. Finish HH Star next week or sacrifice sleep to do it all tonight. I might sacrifice my sleep. Yeah, I might sacrifice my sleep. Which that means I'm gonna crash out at the end depending on what teaser they put at the end or what happens at the end. I might crash out really hard. So that's gonna be not fun. You're gonna leave me, Nobu, to crash out?
待って、今なんか変な喋り方じゃなかった？火花の干渉を受けないために
Might, don't you always sacrifice sleep, no matter what, Mirai? I don't sacrifice more than what I need to.
ベルトはどこ？無事でいるの？
幼児ちゃん、ここには味方しかいないよ。ほら出てきて。
見たところなんともなさそうだけど。じゃあ私との合流前にニュースで見たっていうベルト先生は？
ちょっとした演技だ。その話はもういいだろう。
Leave you? You said you're leaving early for nap tonight.
俺もこの学校で誰かが俺たちの認識を歪めようとしていることに気づいた。
So, I don't always sacrifice my sleep. I do it very occasionally where I sleep really, really late, so that I may finish doing the update, which is this time.
すぐにお世話を逃れることができた。そこであえて教師のふりを続け、密かに幾人かの生徒をかくまうことにしたんだ。それで火花の影響をどう取り除くか方法は見つかったのか？中庭にあった波頭の絵を生徒たちが撤去した理由はそれか。火花は生徒たちに絵を波、船、月の3つに分けるよう指示していた。
How long are we staying tonight? Oh, oops, might be.
生徒たちが
Sorry.
波と月をどこへ隠したかは不明だが、資料室に押し込められていた船はこちらで取り戻しておいた。
Oh, we are staying late tonight.
残りの2つについてももしかしたら手がかりが見つかってるかも。ねえ、学校のどこかでタヌバナを見かけなかった？
It's okay. I may come to regret it later, but it's fine.
タヌキのことでいいのかな？
地元の記者を一人情報収集のために潜入させてたんだけど、運の悪いバナに火花に見つかって捕らえられちゃったの。捕まる直前に図書室の写真を撮ってたみたいだから、私たちで見に行こうと思うんだけど。
うちと幼児ちゃんはどうしたらいい？やるべきことが決まったらうちらもここでおとなしくなんてしてられないよね。
Well, it's okay. You get to see me crash out then, Nobu. You get to slowly watch me descend into not being okay and just dying.
決まりね。何か見つけたらすぐに知らせてちょうだい。
You know what makes it also quite sad is that I told you that for Genshin, Varka's trailer came out, and I was like, oh, he's like, he would totally be like my type of character and stuff like that. And they did his story quest, so a bunch of people were doing the story quest, and so I watched someone play through it. Someone posted it on YouTube, and I saw how long it was because I watched through the whole thing. It was like only 2 hours long, and I was like, man, I wish I could play my game and only it be 2 hours. Like, any side content for any of the gacha games we play here is not ever 2 hours. Hello. Hello, the Buzz? I don't know. Please let me know what you like to be called, because I am bad at names, and sometimes people like being called different things. But how are you? Hopefully you are doing good. This way.
あそこが図書室よ。着いたわな。
でも波も月も見当たらない。
But will I see MiraiShishiou succumb into elation? Ahaha. That happened. Time to die to the world. Haha. Bro, I feel like that's literally gonna happen to me, and I'm not gonna be okay. Close enough. I'm good. Just chilling. That's good. I am solely trying not to crash crash out and have to deal with all this random stuff that's happening to me. This is so much work. I hate viruses. Viruses suck. I have to fight, don't I? Alright, let's fight. Okay, do I remember how to play this team? Absolutely not, but let's just wing it. Okay, Genti, how do I play this team again? I don't remember. Yeah, I actually don't remember how to play this team. Damn. Well, it do be like that sometimes. Could be worse. Good thing the rest of the squad carries us. I just slapped auto on when I don't remember how a team comp works. The problem is I do that every single time, all the time, and now chat has forced me to be no auto when we play the game unless it's for grinding purposes. Because I do badge. So you will have to deal with me not doing the most optimal play with certain teams and forgetting how to use them because I auto too much for everything and anything. So I even did it for quite a lot early on in the game when I started playing. So yeah, this is my punishment. It's okay, Arcadia, go use your ult. Not that you need to, but you know, flashy ending. Okay, that is hilarious. Yes, learn to play the game. Yeah. So, Lucy will whip you if you auto. I'm sorry. Wait, so, this is pretty much just a disclaimer. Buzz is, you will have to just watch me suck. Because I auto too much. I even auto for doing like stuff like endgame content. I will even auto for that. And even when I'm doing like simulated, I'll also auto. I basically auto for anything and everything. So basically chat has punished me by telling me you must play the game. Also, I did a fight with this team already, so I need to swap teams. I've used all my old teams now at this point, so I guess we shuffle through all the newer teams that I kind of know how to use. We'll do an Axis first, because why not? Auto on endgame, you need this punishment. I'm choosing a team. I got it. It's fine. Like, Buzz, if you can think of anything you can do in this game that requires fighting, I will choose the auto option for everything. So, choose a team that can survive. Okay, well, we gotta pull out this team. All right, pulled out the team. Oh, but it's a Sunday. Why are you dying? Hey Mirai, how's your team's health? Not good. Do I have things in my bag? Not this, not this. We have things. Shove food down people's throats. Alright, there we go. We're good. Ah! Persona? Did I just touch a TV? I'm not playing Persona here.
ここはどこ?
I'm not playing Persona 4. Who says I'm playing P4? I'm not going to the TV. This is not how this works. Okay, let me get the little cube guy out. Too bad I can't read the alphabet for the game. All I can read is that 1984 or is that just 1984? I can't tell. Hey, it's the painting that Pearl was looking at before.
波はここにあったのね。今何か聞こえた？
誰かが笑ってたみたい。
何かおかしいわね。ここには他にも何か隠されてるのかしら。
You've entered the Velvet Classroom. I don't want to be here. That's not what I asked for. Okay, Arcadian calendar year. What?
7月22日
July 22nd. Oh, it does read 1984.
まさかここは
先輩戻ってきたんですね。
メイリー
Is this when she went to school?
誰なの？
そんな
Oh my god.
もちろんって
先輩、本当に先輩なんですね。すっかり変わりましたね。一瞬誰だか分かりませんでしたよ。でもその颯爽とした雰囲気だけは変わってませんね。私、それに同級生のみんなもずっと先輩のこと待ってたんですよ。
I don't like to predict things and to, you know, just say things into existence, but I feel like something bad happened to her or the other people here. Just based on how Himiko is reacting to it, that's all.
戻れなくてごめんなさい。一度も顔を見せなかったなんて白状もいいところよね。
そんな風に真面目な顔して謝るなんて、なんか先輩っぽくないですね。
そうね。せっかくの再会だもの。笑顔でいたかったわ。でもあんたたちはもういないのよ。どこにも。
姫子、彼らは。
Great.
これは私の後悔が見せた残影。不幸な偶然からここに埋められた生徒たち。
なんだって？どうしよう先輩。来ちゃう。あいつが、あの男が。
何を言ってるの？
みんな隠れて、あいつに見つからないように。逃げて先輩。スゲマが戻ってきた。
Oh god. When did it have a baby with corpse party?
ベルトたちに合流しましょう。
So those were her old classmates, and they're all dead because of an accident that happened. And I'm just confused about when they all started screaming about whatever it was that was out coming through the window. I wonder if that's what happened to them, or has something in relation to what happened to them, or whatever the accident was. Hold it. Oh, dang! I was like, I swear, please, this. Don't make me question. Make me emotionally not okay. Clearly, the game is setting up for emotional damage later, and I'm not okay with this.
彼らを救うのは無理よ。あれは亡霊。彼らを襲ったのは火花なんかよりもっと残忍な存在よ。彼らが襲われるのは今じゃない。15年前のある夕方のこと。でも私たちは過去に戻ったわけじゃない。誰が何のためにこんな場所を作ったのか、もしかすると15年前の幻月遊戯で起きたあの血生臭い事件を当事者の目の前で再現するためかしらね。
It's a space that has recorded a major traumatic event. Yes, think of this like a sonar sphere. I don't want that. Can I just ignore this? Can I just not listen and pay attention to what's being spoken right now so I don't get emotionally damaged later? Please.
けど、そのことと私たちが今対峙している敵とは無関係よ。いくらでも聞きたいことはあるでしょうけど、今はとにかく火花の件を解決することが最優先。説明なら後でしてあげるから。
Trauma is the entire experience. I've already been emotionally damaged enough. Like, Patagonia emotionally damaged me, and then like Amphoria said, let me like do an extra more for you, and then now I'm like, please don't do any more. I will not be okay.
行きましょう。
Like I've already went through like 2 areas already. Being emotionally damaged to some degree or throughout the whole thing, so it's not very great. Oh, there's a chest there. Chest.
しまっておくといい。いつか役に立つはずだ。
Let me in. Coins! Give me the coins! Oh man, let me look out this window. Oh wow, it does look like a very normal school. Huh. Every time I play HSR, it seems to be getting closer to Impact the Third level of traumatizing. You know what's so funny about that, Buzz? Is that I have not played enough of Impact the Third. I played to like relatively in the beginning sections of it. I haven't gotten to the point where I was like really in depth of playing. I guess the gameplay is just not my thing. I really like the story and I got really interested into it, but I guess I didn't get to the point where the story nudged me enough to invest into it. But like when people talk about it, like later on parts of it, I think those are the parts that get interested. I get interested in. But I've watched like a friend who's played it before. They showed me a compilation of all the cutscenes in the game. And the funny thing is that I have no context for any of these cutscenes. but when I watch some of them, I feel emotionally, like, sad. Like, for, like, I think a couple of them, I almost cried. And I just felt sad when watching it, and I'm like, I don't know anything about these characters. I don't know anything about the story or the context of these cutscenes, but I feel emotionally something. Like, I react to it. Which, and I'm like, is that just me? Because, like, I just kind of fill in the context for myself and then I kind of react this way? Or is it because that the people working on this game did a very good job without having to give me context that I still feel the way I should feel while watching this cutscene? Which I never got the answer to, so I still don't know what it is, but yeah. I just thought it was very strange. And still think it's very strange. Where am I going? I'm going down the hallway here, okay. Down the hallway. Also, I fixed the math question, by the way, guys, in the classroom that is incorrect. Because I did the mini game, the thing, whatever you want to call it. I need to go here? No, I need to keep going this way. This way? Which way am I going? I went down the wrong way. Where am I going? I'm going this way. There we go. There we go. There is a manga and anime which gives bits. Yeah, I've read some of the manga for it. It's mostly because of, oh, what's his name? It's a male character. I'm trying to remember his name. I want to say his name is Siegfried, but then there's a part of my brain that's like, that is not his name, and I'm just thinking about a different character from a different game, and I'm just plastering it on this guy for no reason. But that was also a long time ago when my friend told me about this character. The amount of stress me and my friends got for coming here because Himiko is off the train. Siegfried is the dad you might be talking about, yeah? Yes, he is! He's the dad! Yes. White hair, I think, right? I'm pretty sure. Yo, bro! I read the manga for that because I was like, because my friend showed me a piece of artwork. I don't know if it's official or not, of all the male characters. I'm like, oh, this guy looks very interesting. But I think in the piece of artwork, I think it's like a younger version of Siegfried. And I was just like, oh, I'm interested. And then so my friends like, just read the manga for it. I almost got to the part in the game where he gets introduced at the beginning, but I didn't get to that part when I played. So I think I was like, not quite invested because men. And my friend, he's just like, yeah, I don't know if you would like playing the game because you don't get men or playable men. And I'm like, no, I want playable men, please. They get me invested, or at least they keep me invested until the story gets me invested. I did play, I don't remember, but I also played a side thing for Auto, I think it was. But I never finished it. That's the thing. That too. So yeah. And also I just know some tidbit stuff because people tell me things that too, so. After years we only got one playable guy. It is tragic. I hate how the Chinese, server people are just like, why would you put men in my gacha game? It's women only. And I'm like, it doesn't matter. If you don't want the men, don't pull the men. Just pull the women. It's fine. I'm like, no. Why would you do this? If you don't want men, just don't pull for the men. Leave them for the rest of us who want him. Or want them, even. which I did, and I still do. The amount of people hoping for playable Finon on the game was crazy until they killed him. Yeah. I mean, it's so funny. It's because, like, people kept asking me about, like, the connections for certain characters in this game with Impact the Third. And then I'm sitting here just like, I played the game very minimally, and I haven't played to the part where I get, like, in-depth for some of these characters, and some of these characters I haven't even seen, and I just know stuff about these characters or the game itself because I have friends who play it. So, like, when people were asking me about, like, Acheron, and then when people asked me about Finon, and I'm just like, guys, I don't know, like, their, like, comparison counterparts in Impact the Third. Like Acheron's a little bit easier for me because I'm like, that one I got. But for Finon, I'm just like, yeah, I didn't get to that. I just know stuff that happens because I technically watch my friend do the boss fight in Impact the Third, so I'm just like, I just know that. But other than that, in terms of like the more, I guess, the more in-depth comparison people wanted, I could not do that. And even if I did, I don't think I would want to. I just kind of, like, I know a lot of people are like, don't like the fact that these two games are connected, and I agree with them. Like, you can have two games and not have any connection, and like, to be honest, like, I don't really understand the point of having these two games connected to begin with, because, like, Welt is the only, like, one-to-one character that's taken from, like, Impact the Third. Everyone else is either, like, only by name. Like, for example, like, Bronya and Himiko. The only comparison that they have is that they just have names, and they're not, like anything like their counterparts in Impact the Third. Or you have, like, characters like Acheron and Finon, right, where there's like a bit more stuff there to it, but even then I'm like, you don't really have to have that connection to be able to still do that, because I guess if you have the context for it, it's like cool, but like could have done it without that if you really wanted to. Oh, is there a thing over here? Oh, there is a thing over here. Ah, don't move, please. Can I make this jump? I think I can. It's just I'm veg at the game and I can't jump without. Just oh, nope. There's a cube guy up here. Yeah, I'm just bad. I couldn't make the jump. This Lana, yeah. I still will never call Finon. I will never do that. Even though the game's like, haha, we did this. Which I literally said they're either gonna give Finon the same name as him, or they're gonna just take the last name and then just be like, you're just part of the family now. Which I'm just like, I still will never call you by that name ever. Even though in story and in lore-wise, for I guess Star Rail at least, it is true and I should call him that, but I refuse to do so. Just out of pure urge, and I just don't want to do that. Like, that's never gonna happen. Okay, need to do this. Coins up here. Get coins. Gonna jump down. Okay. Okay, we've done these walls before. Okay. Just skip down here for a minute. There we go, there's one, and the other one's over there. Sparkle and Sapo also got over to Impact, so it is weird how it connects. Yeah. I know about Sparkle. I didn't know that Sapo also was that. Well, and then, like, Blade, is in, like, the... What? I know he's in another thing for... I don't know if it's, like, a different game that Hoyo made, but Blade was in another thing, and... where you have, like, pets and stuff that's kind of like Pokemon. Equivalent, kind of, and I was just like, this is kind of weird. It'd just be a bit weird. Anything here? Can I reach? I feel like I can make that jump. That jump is possible. I made the jump, yes! Let's go. Where are you? Nexus. Is that what the game's called? Okay. I don't remember, because I never played the game. And I don't have an interest to really play the game either. What's up here? Wow!
そういうわけじゃないわ。さっき言ったのは卒業した後の話よ。わけあって父の学校で仕事をしてたの。
Something here. Is there no? I guess I have to jump down. Here. Here. God, I gotta like when things move. Oh, I gotta go down now. Nope, nope. Down. There we go. There we go. Anima, yeah, with Anya. It is getting weird, yeah. I don't know, we don't need all these things. I feel like if we didn't have these things, we're still fine. Can I jump on this thing? No, I don't know how you get to that chest. We'll figure that out later. I can't be bothered to be arsed with that right now. If it's not out of my way to do it, I will do it, but right now it is a bit out of my way, so we will deal with that later. Time the jumps, not your triple spam. Hey, it's fine. But how's the patch going so far? It is pretty good. I'm liking it so far. I mean, this area, because it's for Planarcadia, everything's supposed to be weird and wacky to begin with, so there's a lot of that stuff in general. And then on top of that, we have our typical, like, you know, what's the problem that we have here? There's some hints about what's kind of going on and stuff like that, and then there's some hints for Himiko's backstory a bit more than we just got a little bit. And then just more things kind of... It's mostly just like set up right now, mostly, for things to come in the future. But we're dealing with Sparksy right now, so I guess that's our first thing that we get to do here. But I feel like definitely there is more shit that's gonna happen, and I'm just gonna have to deal with it, I guess.
自分自身が戦利品にされるかもしれないって覚悟を。私たちは中庭に向かって現像風景画をつなぎ合わせるわ。
I should show you guys like the artwork that my friend showed me a long time ago for all the Impact the Third Man. And you can tell me if it's like official or not, because I've always wondered if it was official or not.
もしかすると錯乱した生徒たちが戦場に乱入してこないとも限らないから。私はもう 現月遊戯のために罪のない誰かが傷つけられるのを見たくないの。
安心して姫子。
Is it the idol
うちという王子ちゃんに任
of
せてよ。
bits of all the guys? No, it is not. I know that one's official. I've seen that one before, and I know it's real. I've seen it. Don't worry. For the fact that it gets memed a lot, I know that that one is real. I like how I know 100% that that one's real. Which, can I just say, it's really good. And I like it. Oh, because we were talking about like characters that are like either like linked to certain characters in Impact the Third. A character I thought about just now and I forgot to mention before is like the whole theory thing about like Lolta for Star Rail, and then people were thinking that he's like Archives in Impact the Third, and I'm like, man, I don't really want to talk about that shit. Which they never ever like talk about it even, which is why I'm like, this is kind of dumb. As another reason why like Impact the Third is connected to Star Rail or vice versa, because the only time you ever get any dialogue about it or you learn anything about Void Archives in Star Rail is if you do like this one side quest that involves wealth back in like Lofu, which I think you could still probably do it if you've never done it, and they talk about like Welt's like connection to him and like backstory a little bit, and that's about it. You never get any mention or anything else about it. If you do like that side quest, then you basically get a little tidbit about it, but the tidbit that they give you anyways is like something that like my friends have told me already, and I was just like, oh, this basically just like kinda tells you that this guy has something to do with Welt previously before like he was part of the Astral Express, which is just like stuff that happened at the end of Impact the Third, but like it doesn't give you much other than that. Basically, it only tells you that this guy had something to do with Welt, and not in a good way, and that's it. And I'm like, what's the point? At the Lota thing. Yeah. It's really dumb. This is why I don't agree that these two games should be connected in more ways than not. I'm not saying like some of them are bad. It's just that I'm just saying the majority of the things is unnecessary. Like the whole like, you know, we only have characters that have just names, like Bronya and then Himiko. And then the whole Lota thing, which I think is kind of dumb. Like the Axon and the Phynon thing, it's like, it's fine. Because those are very like situational type things. But other than that, I'm just like, there's no point. At least to me, I feel like there's no point in making these two games like quote unquote a sequel and a prequel or connected to each other. You could still do the whole Acheron and Phynon thing without the whole they need to be connected. If anything, people would just be like, oh, this is like this is like a callback to another game that Hoyo has made before and has to do with these characters. But you don't have to make it like connected. Oh, are we gonna get our fight? Oh no, Sparkle. Oh. Water! Oh, do I have to do a boss fight? I have to do a boss fight, don't I? Oh. We haven't even had everyone that's part of the games yet, and I already have to do a boss fight. This is dumb. No, it's not dumb, but I just have to deal with this now. Yep, good luck. So Mirai, pretend she's Boot Hill. Pretend she's Boot Hill? Alright, I got you. So you're saying, oh, that means we have... That means we're locked on to one person until they're dead. Oh, who am I gonna you? Oh. Dude, I prefer to get my character back, but like, I don't have to. It's fine. Thank God at least his dragon still works without him being there, thank God. Thank God dragon works without people being there. Okay. I need to. I am also being not very efficient with this team, but it is fine. That's what I meant by pretend she's brutal. She makes one teammate fight solo in a separate battle. I see now. Okay. It's fine on also this is basically 2 separate solo fights now. Alright, fine on. I love it when you just say, let's make it 2 solo fights. Okay, let's go. It's okay, Finon can deal with it on his own. He doesn't need that. It's fine. Tip for Finon, you can basic attack before ult to get a skip point once he leaves the ult form. Ah, I see. Guys, you know how bad it is to say that I like playing this team and this team is fun, but the problem is I auto so much that I don't know what's the most optimal way of playing it, or like the not even optimal, normal way of playing this team, which is kind of sad that I say it like this. I love how Finon just said, alright, we're playing solo. One person has to play solo, let's play. let's have 2 people play a solo game. Or I guess in this case, he's playing a solo game on his own up until his ult runs out, so yeah. As long as you win fights, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter too much how you win. That's fair. It just takes me longer to win because I'm not playing the, you know, the team how they're supposed to be and the most optimal way to play them. So it does take me a bit longer, but I have won so far, so it is fine. We're fine on that, so we shall just do it.
黒と白だけでは退屈だ。決戦だ。
Wow, freedom! Wow. Freedom again.
全員があんたになりたいわけじゃないんだよ。みんなに見せてあげる。私の優越を。
Oh. Get a cutscene.
火花大会はまだ。
人混みに紛れるつもりよ。
Oh, there's Sunday.
落ち着いて。サンデーさんに私の目を共有してもらうから。この漢字財眼。
Oh man, Sunday, why do you pose like that? Don't pose like that.
吉か強か一目瞭然。元凶見えたり。
Oh, there she is. Okay. Let's go! Good job, Sunday! Yay! Nope.
みんなはどこに？
Unless you're a streamer, then chat demands you to play the game by playing the actual game. True, you're right.
はいはい、こっちこっち。
高校将軍。じゃあこれは幻なの？
調律の力で一時的につながっているだけよ。めまいがするかしら。副作用みたいなものだから気にしないで。私が初めて海岸した時は1ヶ月近く慣れなかったけど、大丈夫、私が補助するからすぐに落ち着くはずよ。
ありがとう。それで将軍の頭の上にあるのは？
私の上に札が見えているの？そう。それじゃあ札の吉凶や変化するしないにかかわらず、見たことは秘密にしてちょうだい。私にも他の誰にもそのことは話さないでもらえる？
Right, my lips are sealed. I'm being told not to say anything, so I'm not saying anything.
あら、わざわざ助けに来てあげたのよ。そのくらいはおまけしてくれてもいいんじゃない？いいご縁ができたと思ってね。ええ、残念ながら観測者として君は彼よりも優秀なのかもしれない。先ほどの一瞬、君には私の運命が見えていた。命数を覆したいと願う者にとって最良の方法はね、命数を除きすぎないこと。特に力のある観測者には見せない方がいいの。
From here onward, I think it's pretty much just nap and surprise you. Alright, great, perfect. I have done my fights. Let's go! No more fighting!
ありがとう。もちろんうっかり誰かに話しちゃったなんてのもダメよ。さもないと君の正体を銀河中に言いふらしてあげる。元性格ハンターさん、どう？当たってるでしょ？そんなことになったらどんな連鎖反応が起こるかしら。考えただけでも恐ろしい。まるで喜劇の序章みたいじゃない？ 出会ったばかりだというのにお互いに相手の運命を左右する秘密を守り合ってるなんて、こういうのも背中を預ける関係って言えるのかしらね。
It's about an hour of nap.
それほどおかしなことでもないのかも。だって笑いにも
It's
占い
fine.
にも
We shall sit here
意
and
外
listen
性
to
と
people
偶
talk.
然の一致が不可欠でしょ。さて、そろそろ副作用も落ち着いてきたようだ
Oh,
し。
I was gonna also say I also forgot another character in the list of characters with connections to Impact the Third. Technically, Cyrene does too. Forgot about that too. My brain's like, how could I talk about Final without talking about Cyrene? I literally could not. Both of them made me feel very depressed. Actually, not just them. Everyone in F4 has made me sad at some point. Some a bit more than others, but still nonetheless, they made me sad.
すげえ戦いだったんだな。さすが銀河から来た大英雄。かっけえ。
請求列車請求列車請求列車
No, no, Nobu, she knows how to talk properly. Don't do that. Now, Cyrene was the most hyped character. People saw her and immediately locked in. It is hilarious. Yeah. It's so... For me, I was just like, I got the comparison and like, I understood why people were hyped about it. But for me, I was just like, I don't know. Like, the first time it happened with Acheron, I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. And I was like, that's very interesting that they did that. And then again, when they did it for, like, Phynon and Cyrene. But I mean, a lot of people were making the connections that were like, oh, like, Enforce is gonna be very similar to, like, I don't remember what that arc in Impact the Third specifically called. Elysian Realm, I think that's what it's called. I think off the top of my head, if I remember correctly. Lots of people are like, oh, it's like very similar to this. I was like, I never played enough into the game to know 100%. I just know very vague things about it and some of the characters. Like the most I like know is like about like Kevin, obviously, and then also a little bit about Sue, just because one of like my friend who plays it, he likes that character. But I don't know. I think like for me, like even though I like know people were talking about it and I was like, I did a little bit of digging and kind of read about why people are like comparing them and such. I still feel like I said, I feel like it's like, it didn't change too much for me. Like other than the fact that the game's just like, this is your actual name. And I'm like, yeah, I know. I literally said like last update, they're gonna either just give him the same name as Kevin and we can have the funny ass joke, or we're just gonna give him the last name and then we're gonna be like, hi, just, you're part of the family now. Which, other than that, I'm just like, we don't really, like with or without that connection, I think it would have been fine. Like I said, these two games don't need to be connected in any way, shape, or form. It's fine. It's fine. They're on their own. Lock-in into she was discovered as badge unless E2. Yeah. It's okay, I pulled her anyways because I like her as a character. And I said, fuck the E2. Less optimal, but I like you as a character. And also the pink hair squad. We're together in this. Like, it might take me a lot longer to get her going. But when she gets going, she gets going. But I mean, like, if I'm doing like a normal fight in the story or something else that's not too difficult, I won't use her. The only time I would use her is maybe like in endgame content when things might take a bit longer and I do need to like ramp up the team a bit more. other than that, I mean, like, it's not that bad. I mean, easier content, like, using her is not that bad. It's just, the ramp up is just not so quick, and you might, you know, finish things before she fully ramps up, or whatever. Just depends on how you feel about it.
勝者の権利を行使しに来たってわけ？いいよ。火花から言うことなんか何にもないんだから。それで火花をどうするの？乗っ取り事件の犯人として超常現象管理局に突き出すとか？君にそんな白状な真似はできないか。
Have all powerful healing DPS unicorn Chucky get the tackle. That is true. I mean, for like Amphorius, I basically pulled everyone except for like 1, 2, 3, 4 people. Yeah, except for 4 people. One of them is because I wasn't gonna play DOT team, so Hyselin would be no use to me if I pulled her if I don't play the Kafka and Black Swan team, so there's no point in pulling her. So other than her, the other 3 women, I wasn't really interested in. One of them, I should have technically pulled because I'm notorious for pulling supports and healers and not have DPSs, so I guess I didn't pull the funny unicorn, but and then the other 2 people I didn't pull was Aglaya and what's her name? I like how I just say that and then most of you guys probably know who I'm talking about. Yeah, I wasn't too invested as much in them, but they, not that they were bad characters, I just didn't like them as much. I'm not gonna lie, mono pink team was my only goal. Hey, fair enough. You get it, and that's all. You know, play the game how you want. I'm not here to judge you. You know, do what you want. I too pull for the people I like. Men. There was a lot of men in Amphorius. I pulled for all of them. And like, some other women too. But, men. Men? My motivation, other than playing through the story, if I really enjoy the story, is the dudes. Especially guys who really interest me. It's great. I like this very like comic art style. It's very nice. It's very good. I love the color shading that we have here. It's very good. And like the bold colors. Very nice.
最初にこれを言い出したのは君の方でしょ？何のこと？火花が君を捨てるよう仕向けたのも君。火花にこの計画と記憶を預けて逃げるように自分で夢を叶えるようにって言ったのも君だったでしょ？それは確かに花火様のやりそうなことだよね。それでこの結末はお気に召したの？花火。ほら確かこんなジョークがあったよね。
The thing I don't like about Star Rail is that they don't let you see what like characters you don't own. Because like Genshin, you can pull up the character tab and you can see who you don't own. You can also do that in Triple Z. And I also think, can you do that in WoW? I don't think you can for WoW. But Star Rail, you can't do that. You can't pull up the character tab and not see characters you don't own, which is kind of sad. Because I just like to look at it. Look at a gross list of just women I don't own. Yeah, best we got is data bank. Yeah. Unfortunately. Close enough as we can get. Buzz, if you are not convinced that I love my men, you should have been here when I was playing the update for for Triple Z for Zenless Zone Zero when Monato came out for that update. Man, I mean, Lighter was also the reason why I started playing Triple Z. So like, men convinced me to play games. When men are my type. Considering every single update for Triple Z, I only play in Japanese, and the only times I played in the game in English is for a guy that I wanted to pull for. I've only played the game in English when Lighter came out. And I played his character story, and then I played up, and I started from the prologue. When we got to the chapter with the Sons of Caledon, I played that one specific chapter in English, and then I played the update with Hugo in it in English, and then for Monato. So, men really convince me to do lots of things if they are my type. Only reason I know of Triple Z is because of the Bernice Bernice, since that music was a banger. Oh yeah, Bernice's song, yes. That is true. Alright, investigation time. We're gonna figure this out. How do you feel about Lighter, bro? Is a goofy, love him. Oh, the best way I can like describe Lighter, I feel like, is a guy who's trying to be cool, but he fails to do so, and he's just a dumb idiot. Like, he's sometimes, like, I'm not saying he isn't serious, but like the times he's not, it's like so good still. He's so goofy, and I love it. But then when he's also still serious, like during his character quests, because it talks about his backstory and stuff like that, and he does get serious about it, and like, but still, I'm just like, he's so good. I love him. He's great. And then his English voice actor is really good too. I like his Japanese one as well, but I think the English one for him, I do prefer that one. But because like I would play that game in English, but the majority of people I like in that game, unfortunately, it's their Japanese voices and not their English ones. So I play the game in Japanese. Oh, we get backstory. Let's go. Come on. Give me the juicy stuff. I get to put it on my whiteboard.
15年前、ちょうど前回の幻月遊戯の時よ。私は聖越者の一人としてゲームに参加してたの。
Alex is such a good VA. Yeah, he is. He's really good. I'm glad he voiced a character that convinced me to play, to start playing the game. Because I think I had a very preconceived notion about Triple Z. Because I think sometimes like for some of its animation and some parts of it, it has a more of like a comic goofier kind of like art style compared to like if you say like Genshin or like Star Rail. Not to say that they don't have their moments, but it's more for Triple Z. So I think because a lot of the earlier parts of the game at that point had it, I wasn't convinced enough to play, even though there were a couple characters I was interested, until I saw the trailer for Lighter and I was just like, this is my guy. Will this guy convince me to play the game? And yeah, he did. I'm glad because I like the game now, and there's more men that I love now.
優越のアイオンに謁見できるものと思ってた。あの頃の私は笑っちゃうくらいに世間知らずで天真爛漫だったわ。すべての聖越者が美しい奇跡によって人々の眼力を集めようと考える保証なんてなかったのに。楽園歴1984年7月22日。 巨大な悪意を持った聖越者がグラフィエ学院に忍び込んだ。そいつは放課後学校に残っていた22人の生徒を殺害。その後鳩川区でも罪のない人々を襲い続け146人もの死傷者を出した。
What the fuck, man? What the fuck? Whoever you are, what's wrong with you?
その殺人鬼はまるで芸術家を気取るみたいに犠牲者のそばに結果血の手形でかたどった花のサインを残した。報道された通称は失ゲマ。
忘れたくとも忘れられない悲劇だ。そして15年前の幻月遊戯は血塗られた遊戯と呼ばれることになった。多くの人が大切な人間を亡くした。我が子を失った人も大勢いただろう。被害者の一人に俺の娘もいた。ここに戻った時娘が眠っているという墓をこの目で見た。娘の名は姫子。
The information I'm being told right now and my brain thinking about things and I'm like, do I really want to question this? I'm like, nope, I'm not going to. I'm just going to put this in my head and I'm going to file it away and I'm going to pretend nothing else. We're not going to think about it too much. That's the face I had. Pretty much. That's a reaction. That's the face I have. I'm like, what? You're the dad? And then also just like, are you dead? So if you're dead, who are you? Good luck with that. Yeah. Girl barely left the train for one day and she is already dead. It's too relevant to pretend not exist. I know! I know! But I don't want to think about this shit.
自己紹介が遅れて悪かった。俺は龍介。このグラフィエ学院の校長をしている。それで娘の名を名乗るそちらの女性。
Okay, not dead. Good. Okay. I thought for a moment. Thank God. Okay.
君は一体誰なんだ
？15年前、幻月遊戯に参加すると決めた時、父は私のそばにいなかった。私が失ゲマと戦って窮地に追い込まれた時も、宇宙のどこかをフラフラしてたわ。私の成長において父というものの存在感は物心ついた時から宇宙にある空気みたいに薄いものだったというのが正直なところかしら。それで父を名乗るあんたは一体誰？
Guys, we're just playing a game of who's the imposter, and I don't like this. I'm being told information. It is valid information and it's good information. But at the same time, we are playing a game of who are you? And are you the imposter? And I'm like, I can't. Who are you all around? Yeah, pretty much. I can't be arsed for this.
聖地者火花主催の火花大会は開始からわずか1時間足らずでその幕を閉じました。
That was basically the
全ネット民が固唾を飲んで見守る中、
rush hour
請求列車
skit
の
of
七死人とライバーの火花が白熱のバトルを繰り広げ
yeah,
まし
pretty
たね。
much.
てっきりミスターレックの新作「聖杯ドリームナイト」で描かれてる開拓者の戦闘シーンは全て CG だと思っていましたが、驚くべき
But
こと
still,
に
rest in peace
そ
to
の
all those
実
people
力
who
は
died.
本物だった
You
よ
didn't
うです。
deserve it. You're just going about your day and you just got murdered. Rest in peace to you all.
緊急ニュースです。本日午後4時頃、治安局がハトガークにある新ウィッシュマフィアの本部から複数の遺体を発見しました。内部抗争が原因と見られています。ただいま新たに情報が入りました。現場からカンパニー社員の遺体も見つかったとのことです。調べによると死亡したのはリンドン・スコート氏であると確認されました。
Guys, if you could see my face right now and if I had my actual model and not my PNG, you would see my mouth just drop open. What the fuck? I know I hate this guy and I don't like him, but I never said that I wanted him dead. But I guess someone took me very seriously and said, "You don't like this guy? All right, he's dead." Well, this was not what I was expecting, but I guess this is what I get.
リンドン・スコート、34歳。カンパニーの戦略投資部に所属する特派員よ。品津さん。
Sioji
彼のことは知っているかしら。
the man as a peace offering. He literally said, here is my peace offering to you for making you very upset all the time. I hope this can make you feel a bit better." And I just said, really? You couldn't have done anything else?
いや、カンパニーの人間がどうしてこんなところで死んでるんだい?
Yeah, why was he here? Wait, all the hands on the wall is the same when we were in the classroom before. There were hands all over the wall. Is someone trying to pretend to be the killer? Because that's technically like a real thing. If you've ever watched like cop shows, or if you've ever seen like cases in real life, there are copycat killers, where people basically try to copy, you know, like the original person, that's done specific types of killings, or very well-known killers and stuff like that. Some people will copy kind of like specific traits or methods that those people use. And which then I see the handprints on the walls, and I'm just like, this is the same handprints on the wall when we were in the classroom when we were talking about the guy who just ran around killing people. So did we resurrect someone from the dead, or is there a copycat killer here? Pretend, or is the original back? Yeah, that's pretty much what this is. We gotta figure out what it is. And also, why are you here, Scott? Because this is the gang territory that we were at before, so what the fuck? Something's weird. Something weird's going on. And I don't like this.
新ウィッシュマフィアが最近とある仮面を手に入れたそうよ。彼はおそらく現月遊戯の件で交渉に来ていて巻き込まれたのかもしれないわね。
Well, if that was the case, then that would have been the mask that Sunday has then. Because we got it from them earlier. So then that couldn't have been the case because they wouldn't have had another mask on them. because even Silverwolf came to Ashvale talking about it. So
仕事の邪魔をしてしまってごめんなさい、品津さん。
邪魔だなんてことはないさ。さて、学院の方は気づいたら解決してたが、こっちは。
ボスの狂いけどナンバー2の邪推を含む新ウィッシュマフィアの構成員33名が同じ時間帯に殺害されているわ。
Oh, oh god.
邪推。
遺体には外傷と骨折に加え大量の出血が見られるけど、具体的な死因については司法解剖を待つしかないわね。
現場に残された絵は僕たちがよく知るもののようだ。結果、このサインを残す殺人鬼はあいつしかいない。シツゲマンが帰ってきた。
そう疑うのはもっともだけれど、奴はもう5年前に処刑されているわ。
処刑？その瞬間を見た奴はいるのかい？全国民に死刑執行の様子が配信されたのか？
I guess this is the time where this man becomes actually serious, which is great. I love when he has like the on and off switch.
誰があいつの死を証明できる？オタクらがこの馬鹿げた遊戯を裏から操るために釈放した可能性だって否めないだろう？
Also, I love this VA because whenever his characters get serious, his voice is just so good for it.
こんなルールを聞いたことあるはずよ。現月遊戯に参加できるのは一度きり。だから忠告しておくわ。怒りで我を忘れないように。でないと体に触るわよ。
Oh, I'm guessing that he probably was part of the investigation about the killer probably. Because no way he would react like this if he wasn't involved.
さあ、事件の詳細はファイルにまとめてあるわ。早速仕事を始めましょう。超常現象管理局が支払っている顧問料は決して安くないでしょ
う。怒りが静かに探偵の胸で燃え広がる。鳩川の風でさえ鼻先で漂う血の匂いを消すことはできなかった。新ウィッシュマフィアが仮面を手に入れたと聞いた時、不吉な予感が走ったが、まさかそれが友人との死別を意味しているとは夢にも思っていなかった。
Oh, they were friends? That's even worse! Bro! Pretty sure this is Takehito Bro is a legendary VA. Yes, he is. He's so good. I love this man.
語り部君、あいつはもう友人じゃない。
This is so pretty. This is a nice scene, but it's also kind of really sad based on the stuff we just learned, literally. Hello. Hello. How are you doing, Peter? How are you doing? Please let me know if you'd like to be called something else, or if I said your name wrong, just because I have very bad names. Imagine having a friend you trust only to find out later in life they became a mass murderer. That would make me very sad. Also, I feel like, because like that sometimes, that relationship sometimes shows up in media sometimes too. I would feel very upset. Because then I would feel like that I'm personally responsible for like if that person that I trusted went on to kill a bunch of people. Because then I'd be like, did I not clue in that this person is like that? And that like maybe there was something I could have done, or or like talk to them about it. Partially, but then I'd also be like, no way, this person could do that, because like, you've seen them only one way, I guess. I'm doing great, thank you. That is good. Yeah, that sucks. This update's already making me not happy. I am going to get emotionally sad and hit with trauma again later. More updates come out. God. This game is slowly ramping up to never, like, not make me emotionally sad later, or not make me cry, essentially, because like, I'm already triggered really easily. Like, my sad emotion is already really easily triggered. And then if other people are upset, I become upset. If I see them cry, that's even worse. I'll start crying. It's like contagious laughing, but for crying. The game is slowly just keep going up, and never it will go down to not make me feel like shit at some point. Like, the ramp slowly happened during Patagonia, and then it ramped up real quick for Amphoris, and now it keeps ramping up, and I'm like, you can't keep doing this to me. I will be I'm having crash out, and I hate it. The story got really dark. It just got really sad. And lots of people just got murdered, and I'm like, what the fuck?
銀河で活躍する傑物たちの劇的な生涯ばかりを気にかける。そんなものに比べればちっぽけなマフィアの死なんて何の意味も持たないだろう。
He's upset, and then he's sad, and I love when goofy characters get serious, because when they get serious, and like, man, this voice actor does a great job. I love it. I love it. I mean, he does a really great job of doing that for his characters. So yeah, nobody gets a happy ending in Honkai games. Always recommend to bring tissue every page. That's pretty much it. Like, literally at the, like, Amphoris, when it hit the sad point, when people started dying, I'm just like, yep, next update, someone else is gonna die. Let's go. And then I'm like, I'm not okay ever since that point. I mean for Patagonia, that was probably when we did Adventurine's backstory. That's where, like, the starting point, I think, for me at least. And I'm just like, here we're just in 4.0. We just got into Planarcadia, and then we're already slowly starting to chuck stuff at me, and I'm like, no. The serious override the goofy though? Does it make old man vampire likable than earlier? I mean, I still like him. I just didn't think he was as goofy as I thought he would be. I think just because of the way that they presented him in the trailer. I think that's why, which they presented him a little bit more, casual serious, instead of like the initial introduction that he had, which was more goofy. But I still like him. I just didn't expect him to be, like, I guess, as goofy. I think he would have been, slightly around there, just because, like, everyone else, well, not everyone in the Galaxy Rangers is, like, goofy 100%. I mean, Rappa and, like, Boot Hill are a little bit, because during Rappa's, like her update, and with all the monkey business, kind of saw a little bit of that. Everyone really is not, but that's just her. But I still like this guy, so it doesn't change too much. We need Tentalov to come save us at this point. True.
長いこと放置してたが、そろそろけじめをつけないといけないようだ。
でしょうか。
ああ、そうだ、パールさん。
I love how this guy literally said he's been slacking off too much, and the point that made him actually consider this more is literally having his friend die. And he's like, yeah, I gotta pull my shit together. More. Like, I gotta lock in now. And I'm like, bro, you shouldn't have needed this for that. But I also think that he didn't think that that would happen either. I mean, I didn't think that that would happen either from us earlier meeting them. I didn't think that they were gonna end up like as victims of a murder. So I guess I also kind of underestimated that that's gonna happen.
遊戯に参加しよう。もちろんオタクがまだ僕を必要としてればの話だが。
Oh, this man's joining. Let's go. But I want. So partially of what Pearl wants from Asheville is that she wants him to join, but I wonder what else is in this offer. Because I don't know if it's beneficial to who in this conversation, I guess.
現月遊戯は制御不能に陥る兆しを見せています。シナズさん、このアイオーンのゲームを正しく導くため力をお貸しいただけないでしょうか。
僕が差し出せるのはただ一つ、復讐心だけだ。
No! But for good reason! For good reason! But god dang it! Oh my god! No! Man! I realize that half of the Galaxy Rangers is just revenge. The other half is we're trying to hunt down one very specific person. I guess Acheron is slightly out of this because she's not really kind of doing either or. Like Rappa and both Boot Hill are looking for someone specifically, but I guess for Boot Hill it's more for a revenge type thing. So release the Vamp Hound. Ah!
本日、二層楽園の住民33名とカンパニーの同僚1名が変死しました。失言魔の手口を模倣し。
Okay, well, at least based on what Pearl was saying, someone's pretending to be the killer.
死者たちを弔えるのは勝利のみでしょ
う。いや、死者を弔えるのは正義だけさ。
は？もっと適した代理人を見つけた？じゃあ私はお払い箱ってこと？
これは最も気まぐれなアイオーンが定めたゲーム。変化と意外性がその本質となります。
these two come in contact with each other? Damn, like what the fuck?
一番ふさわしいものをこのゲームに参加させる義務があるのです。そもそもあなたはなぜそこまで堂々としていられるのでしょう。カンパニーが指名手配犯を監獄に放り込むのではなく、代理人として現月遊戯に参加させるとお思いでしたか？
牢屋にぶち込む気？でもピノコニーで性格ハンターに協力を持ちかけてきたのはあなたたち戦略投資部でしょ？気が変わったってこと？ああ、商売人ってほんと手のひらをくるくるするのが好きだよね。
What could possibly go wrong? I know, right? Wanted criminal by the IPC. Literally, they're staying in the same room together. Clearly nothing bad will happen.
投資するならまずは理解してから。ですので質問にお答えください。 私の信頼をどう勝ち取るおつもりですか？
悪いけど、あなたと会う前にコレクションルームに忍び込んで何を研究してるか見ちゃったんだ。現像。ところでパンクロードで最も偉大なハッカーで最も恐ろしいプレイヤーゼロのことは知ってる？
ええ、彼女のことを優越の指令だという人もいれば、ミュトゥスが作ったダークゾーンをまるで自分の庭のように自在に出入りできる方だという人もいます。それからパンクロードで大規模なデータクラッシュを引き起こし、28の聖域にあるスターピースカンパニーの各支部を感染させて連絡を断絶させたという話も。ゼロに関する情報はほとんど眉唾者です。そう考えると、あなたたち性格ハンターと似ていると言えます。しかし一つだけ確かなのは、ゼロは致命的な失敗を犯し、今やカンパニーの囚人になっているということ。
へえ、かなりのトラウマを植え付けられたと見た。じゃあこのことも知ってるよね。エーテル編集と現像は同じルーツを持つ技術というか芸術だって。
ええ、知っていますし、研究をしたこともあります。
ああ、そっか。あなたたちはゼロの技術を盗んでお金儲けのためにあのエーテル戦線とかいうダ作を作ったんだよね。知ってて当然か。でも金勘定しか頭にないあなたたちカンパニーにはその技術を永遠に理解できないんじゃない？優越の先編
I feel like
版
there's so
家の
much
力を
tension
ね。
here that I could cut it with
ゼロは
butter
かつて
knife.
現実世界のパラメータを一ついじることで彼女だけの次元界を作り出したことがあった。まるで
グラフィエのように現像の秘密を材料に取引するつもりですか？
考えてあげてもいい。
推測。あなたは嘘をついています。性格ハンターになった人はかつて歩んだ運命さえも捨てると聞きました。
それはどうだろう。優越の楽園にいるんだし、運試しをしない手はないでしょう。
わかりました。交渉成立です。ただこの取引にもっと安心感を持たせるために、ちょっとしたハッキング技術をお見せしましょう。
ハッキング？
お風呂に浸かりながら交渉とは、相手を軽んじているとしか言えませんね。あなたのバックアップを一つ切り取らせていただきました。これでより誠実なやり取りができるでしょう。
あなた、どうやって？
天才スクリューガムさんとのサイバー攻防戦を含め、あなたのことは調べさせていただきました。それにそちらの停止された76個のアカウントにもアクセスしたことがあります。ネット上に大量のデータを残し、あなたに自由に閲覧させ、探偵の品津さんへと導いたのは私です。コレクションルームに入って自由に見学できるようにしたのも私。
Why are we playing 4D
金郎
chess?
さん、一つよろしいでしょうか。この仮面を10の赤心から性格ハンターへの投資だと考えないでください。この取引はあくまで私とあなたの個人的なもの、そうお考えいただければと。
No. of this tree. Too many leaves.
どうなっておる。瞬く間にあれほど多くの聖越者が仮面をかぶるとは。この芝居が良き結末へ向かうことを期待しておったのじゃが、ライバーと銀河の英雄が出会い、熱き大立ち回りを演じ、結果的に誰一人傷つかぬ。それで良いではないか。じゃが今はカラスに貝殻、猫、狼と何を企んでおるかわからぬものばかり。しかもこれは一体いつの間に紛れ込んだんじゃ。
Actually, yeah, who does that one belong to? Because the other one she named, I was like, okay, I get who.
物事を抗う術もなく深淵へと落ちてゆくのだな。じゃが汝は例外じゃ。主人公としての初舞台、なかなかイケておったぞ。勝利をつかんだのじゃから、誓いに刻まれた災いもこれで訪れぬ。しかしあれらの仮面の持ち主は果たして汝の敵となるか味方となるか、それともその中の誰かがわらわの見た恐ろしい未来をもたらすのじゃろうか。
You do not boast any confidence in me right now.
なぜここが分かったのじゃ。
Oh, Crow. How did...
まったく今回の幻月遊戯の聖越者には驚かされてばかりじゃの。
Well, man, Sunday really pulling it there. We're done! We finished! Let's go!
本心に従い
I'm free!
普及の道を行く。
Finally! Freedom! If things get any happier, you should get a bit suspicious. I know! I guess I should. I guess I should. Yeah, I should. Well, I guess for Panconia and like Amphorius, they were going like okay, and then things were fine, and then things started escalating to not fine. But yeah. Yeah, she doesn't boast much confidence by what she's saying, but you know, at this point, I don't think anything will be good. Just because lots of shit's been happening and lots of non-great things have been explained to me, so I don't think things will turn out that great. But yeah, I'm just gonna change to a different screen so we can just talk for just an eensy bit, and then I'm gonna head out for today because today was just mostly trying to finish playing the 4.0 update. And now that we are finished, we have done the thing for today. Well, Mirai has escaped prison for now. Yes, I have escaped the almighty prison for now. We didn't go that much longer. We just went like 40 minutes over the 3 hours that I normally do, so that's not too bad. I wasn't sitting here for too much longer. I even yap sometimes at this time, sometimes even though I need to go to sleep earlier, so it could have been worse, so it's not that bad. But yeah, we finished the 4.0 story. What do I have to say about it? I like it. Good introductory. We've seen pretty much most, if not all, the characters that have been teased at the beginning before the update came out. The only person we haven't seen so far is Blade, but I think he's just waiting for his time to show up later. And he'll come when he comes. He's probably going to make a very big grand entrance at some point, so I'm excited for that because I get to pull him whenever he does come out, so that'll be fun. What else was I going to say? We learned lots of information about what's to come and kind of some suspicious things happening here for Planarcadia, so I'm excited to see where the last bit of, you know, some of the information we got about our copycat killer incident, and you know, we have our first fight of the game, so that was fun. No, actually, it wasn't really that fun, and I had to deal with Sparksy, and that was very annoying, and honestly, her voice gave me a bit of a headache every single time I listened to it. Is that like a pitched up version of Sparkle's voice, which that didn't help. But yeah, we have the all the big players now pretty much, and we'll see what happens. No, rest in peace, Scott. I know I don't like you, but you ended up as a victim, so rest in peace, man. Yeah, you did your best. Yeah, his magical girl transformation is going to be exciting. Yeah, I'm definitely excited for that. I'm just interested to see if Blade and Dan Hong will have a rematch fight together. And I'll be interested to see if Dan Hong pulls out his other forms during this fight, because their initial fight for Lofu was just base versions for both of them. So I'll be interested to see what happens now that Blade gets a new version of himself, which basically has the funny disease of abundance. So there's that. So he's become, I think the game said that he's become the emanator of elation. So not elation, sorry. Blah, 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 blah. I cannot talk. Abundance. Thank you. Brain, work with me here for like a little bit longer for abundance. So that's gonna be fun. So it'll be interesting to see if we have a rematch duel there. If not, I'm still excited to see New Blade in action, and also just to see him in action because it's been a long time since I've seen him. And to have my first 5-star limited character get another form, I'm like, let's go. Bring him back. I need a reason to bring him back and to bring back this party. Because for the longest time I wanted to put him and Jingliu together to make the suicide team, and I recently got her as my free 5-star. I would probably still put that team together just because it's fun and I finally get to do it for the laughs. But you know, I'm more motivated now because New Blade, even though I don't know what his kit is, but it's probably relatively similar to his old one, or at least theme-wise, I would assume. But we'll see. HSR and the Zodiac Killer. Pretty much so far. And then you are right, Nobu. We just have a killer on our hands, and we don't know we don't know who it is. Literally could be anyone. So yeah. So for this first update for Planarcadia for 4.0, I would say it was good. I enjoyed it. Definitely, like I said, very introductory stuff, but then we, you know, have some, you know, information about, you know, what to kind of expect going into the next update and stuff like that. So I'm excited. Next update, I'm definitely excited to get Asheville because I would definitely pull for him. So I'm excited for him to come out. I've seen some of the beta people test him out and stuff like that, and some leaks for his animations and stuff like that. I really like them, and he's really cool. So I'm excited to put a team together for him and stuff like that. At least from all the testings from the beta I've seen, a lot of people have been using a lot of either Amphori's characters or some other older characters that are used a lot in other teams as either supports or DPSs and stuff like that. So I would say that a lot of these characters people own, and if they want to pull for him, I don't think putting a team together would be too bad, at least from what I've seen for the beta, at least. So I'm excited, and I'm excited to play him because other than right now building Jingliu, because I just got her, he'll be my next new character, and I'm excited to build him. Imagine game says choose Asheville or Blade. Blade 2.0, another Suicide Squad member. True. Just put Jingliu, Blade, and Maide. I guess if you really want to, you could put Castris there. They don't like the well. Maide does kill himself to get more to get stronger and he heals himself. I mean, you could put Castrus there purely because she just, if she touches anything, she just dies. So that'd be funny. No, the worst team of all time, but it would be funny for the theming purposes. Blade is supposed to be in a later update, apparently based on leakers. Apparently Asheville is supposed to be the only limited character that's coming out next update. Like there's no other two, because this update we have Yao Guang and then we also have Sparksy. Those are the two new limited characters that we have to pull. But apparently, at least the information I know from leakers, and usually that information has been relatively correct in terms of pulling and other kind of stuff like that. He's apparently supposed to be the only person that's supposed to be out as a new character. So apparently if you don't want to pull for him, you're pretty much like, that's the only character you're expecting to get next update. So I don't know. Seems a little weird. I shrug my shoulders. Maybe there isn't any, like, I guess, I don't know if it's because there's like those characters, like the other characters are not as involved in the 4.1 story as he will be. So maybe they're like, oh, we'll wait until they become more involved in the story to make them pullable and playable characters. I'm not too sure. Maybe the next update is heavily him, you know, him and the story. So they're like, we'll focus on him and he'll be the only person people can pull for. And then everyone else will come after. I don't know. Because that's usually what the pull is, right? Like for like this update, right? There was like a good amount of Sparksy there for like the main conflict, right? At the school. So she's pullable now. Then Yao Guang, she was quite relevant in the story as well. So I don't know. Maybe they're just waiting. I'm referring to the 50-50 gods. Oh, the 50-50 gods? Lord bejesus. I have not lost a 50-50 in a while. The last person I lost a 50-50 to was like Adventurine. Because he said, you must gamble and spend all your money on me. And I said, fuck you. You're supposed to give me good luck, not bad luck. You have like the best, or maybe he just took all my luck. But that's the last time I lost a 50-50. I have not lost a 50-50 since then. So I don't plan on losing a 50-50 to two guys I really want. To a new guy and to a guy that I like since I got him. Since like pretty much a long time ago since I started playing this game. Yeah, that time we got extra is biting us. Yeah. Who knows? I don't know the reason for it, but we'll see once 4.1 kind of gets announced and we get trailers and stuff, because then they'll solidify, you know, who's being in the banners and stuff like that. But yeah. That's it for me today. I'm gonna head off to sleep. Tomorrow we don't have stream. I'm just gonna be posting a clip on Instagram, and if you don't follow our Instagram, please follow, and follow me on Twitter if you want to know when I'll be streaming. But I usually have a preset stream schedule anyways. And we do have a Discord and stuff, so yeah. On Friday we're gonna play Wua. We're going to be playing Luke's backstory, and then we're also gonna get more information in terms of for main story kind of content through that. We will watch Luke's trailer afterwards, depending on how long it takes us to do it. I don't know how long it might take. It might take 1 to 2 streams. I don't think it'll be that long as extra content for him. Just because we've had extra content before and it hasn't been too bad. But we'll see. We'll start on Friday and then we'll see how long it takes, and then we'll watch the trailers after, because I feel like for Luke it's going to be interesting. I did want to watch the trailers for him before, but I think it would be more interesting for him just based on how the story's presented his character so far, if we got the context from this extra added section to the update, and then we watch his trailer, because then I feel like we get more context, and then maybe we might appreciate his trailer a bit more. But we'll have to see. So I won't see you guys until Friday for Wua. But yeah, Have a good night. Bundle up, because cold wave coming in weather. No doom scrolling. I will not. Don't worry. I will bundle up because I am very susceptible to the cold, especially my hands and my feet, and I do not like that. Bye-bye. See you later and sleep well. Thank you, Ab. It was fun. See you next time. Thank you, Buzz. I really appreciate it. All right, guys. No stream tomorrow, but I'll see you guys on Friday for Wua. And if not, I'll see you guys next time. All right, guys. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.